going on, my people? What's going on, my people? What's going on, my people? Hey man, we got a nice show today, man. Appreciate y'all for all as always as pulling up. Look, it was in the comments even before the video even dropped, man. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Reddit said Angel team sucks, Stewie and Fee stack both of their own teams. Yeah, hey, I don't know, man. They had some collusion going on up in there, man. Hey, look, we gonna play some of it. Before we do all of that, though, man, make sure y'all like the video. Make sure y'all subscribe. And make sure y'all participate in my 300 subscriber mark giveaway, $50 gift card. Again, make sure y'all participate. Go to my community post. I got 2 up right now. Again, all you got to do is drop in whatever number between 1 to 300, and you got a chance to win a $50 gift card. Let's get to it, though. Again, appreciate it. Make sure y'all subscribe. Make sure y'all like the video. Make sure you tell a friend to tell a friend. Hey, yesterday, appreciate y'all, man. Look, 7.5 hour stream yesterday, and y'all stayed here. I appreciate y'all, man. Like y'all loyal. Hey, I love just interacting with y'all, man. I appreciate everybody came on the panel from my big uncle KSAP, Brooklyn, my big dog B Will, Miss Green, Miss Sister Noble, brother Bro Claude, everybody, Bro God, everybody, man. Appreciate y'all for pulling up yesterday. We got another jam-packed one today. Again, I'm gonna give y'all a minute to get in here, man. Look, I wasn't too, I'm gonna get to the comments in a little bit. I wasn't too fond of the Unrivaled League because I didn't really, honestly, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't do a lot of research on it. But after watching kind of like the player selection, after like kind of watching some Facebook postings like that, we'll see. We'll see how we feel about it. We'll see how we feel about it. Look, we'll get into the schedules. We'll get into each team. We'll talk about how these players fit together. We'll kind of do like a real like report on each team. Something I think they should have did. We'll talk about like the selection committee with the coaches, how I felt about that. We'll get into it. We'll talk about some collusion going on. We'll talk about these 2 unpicked players. Like, hey, that was the okie doke. They set y'all up for the okie doke so y'all could watch. Y'all was waiting on who these 2 players was gonna be, and they gave y'all the okie doke. They didn't have 2 players. They didn't have them. They didn't have them. They gotta go. Look, the players overseas trying to get bread, man. They didn't have them. All you Caitlin Clark fans, y'all thought she was one of them. I told y'all, but yesterday people was looking at me side eye when I was like, your top 3 Nike players are Asia Wilson, Caitlin Clark, and Sabrina Ionescu. I said if one not playing, the other 2 not playing. Like Nike not about to have that, man. Look, Nike would rather pay them if the league gonna pay them $1 million. Nike will pay another 1.5 just not to be in it. Because again, that's a brand. Like Nike is the biggest brand in the world when it comes to sports. So again, if one wasn't gonna be in it, the other 2 wasn't gonna be in it. So that's why when I was like, it got 2 spots left, they ain't being in it. And everybody was like, maybe so. I was like, nah, it got 2 spots left, and you got 3 big dogs on the Nike brand on the women's side. So that's why I was like, but they gave y'all that okie doke, man. Some of y'all Caitlin Clark fans were waiting on her. You know what I'm saying? Some people even thought Asia was gonna be one of the picks, and that's skew, things like that. Like, nah, they resting up for the summer, man. Nescu got that ring. They resting up for the summer, man. But again, I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all subscribe if y'all not subscribed, so y'all could be part of the $50 gift card giveaway contest that's going on. It closes on Monday. So as you come in, go to my community post, put your number on the community post. Again, that contest closes on Monday. Read the caption on the post, pick a number 1 through 300, put your number, the closest number. I will let you know underneath your comment if you won. If you won, I'm going to send you my Instagram. All you got to do is tell me where you want your gift card to be referred to. If you want Chick-fil-A, whatever you eat, because I got fans from all over the world. So whatever you eat or whatever you want to shop at, whether it's a store in a mall, Foot Locker, whatever, wherever you want your $50 gift card to go towards, let me know. And instead of me mailing it to you, somebody put me on game yesterday. Instead of me mailing it to you, I'm going to do it digitally so you get it right away instead of waiting on your gift card to come in. I'm going to send it to you digitally right away. So on Monday, we will have a winner. So if you, as you coming in, make sure you go to my community post. And again, it gives you the steps. You got to like the post, you got to be a subscriber, and you got to put your number in there. So if you put your number in there and didn't like the post, or you're not a subscriber, you, just because your number is there, you won't be entered in the contest. Again, instead of me mailing it to you, put your email under your number once I let you know you won, and I'm going to digitally email you your $50 gift card. And you just let me know where you want it to be to, whether it's food, a mall, shopping center, whatever, Walmart, whatever you want your $50 to be towards. But again, appreciate y'all. That's just my 300. Again, I'm almost at 400. So probably by next week, I'm gonna be doing another $50 giveaway. When I get to 400 again, I'll be doing $50 at every 400, every 100 subscribers. So at 400, I'll be doing another one. But again, appreciate y'all for coming in. Again, we'll give y'all another minute or two because I really won't get to this. I was excited to do this one because this is going to be like, I'm going to be like spitballing because I really didn't do a lot of research because I've been working today and I've been out. The wifey had me doing all kind of stuff today. So I've been driving and stuff today. So I really just got home. I do got some slides that I want to get into, talk about the players, each team, how they're going to fit together. Again, appreciate y'all for pulling up. I'm excited for this one. Let me get to some of these chats before I get to my first slide. And again, we'll kind of deep dive into it from start to finish. I'm excited. Again, 7.5 hour stream yesterday. I doubt we'll be that long today, but we'll see. We'll see. But let me get to some of these comments because I always want to make y'all feel noticed and appreciated, man. The people that commented. Let's see. Lee Honcho said, no, White Sheez is an Unrivaled. Lee Honcho, you better be a subscriber. What's that, Mike, man? Reddit, I've been saying the studio always stack her teams. She a ring chaser. Stewie is a, yeah. Breaking news. Let me see. Lee Honcho said, Clark not being in it. We about to find out about that because me too. What's down, Be Well, man? What's down, Be Well, man? Look, Be Well, let me know if when you're ready for me to drop that link for you, man. Hey, my usuals, let me know when you're ready for me to drop that link for you. I'm going to drop it for you. At my usuals that be on the panel, let me know. Lee Honcho said Clark and Sabrina will be playing the 3-point contest in the NBA. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. SC up 29-17 on Clemson. Yeah, SC going to beat Clemson. I don't even worry about that. B. Will said no 7-hour stream tonight. Oh no, no 7-hour stream tonight. Oh no. Look, I'm gonna give them 2.5 hours today, if that. Like, nah. Last night, hey, that was too much, man. That was too much. Again, make sure you like the video as you come in. Make sure you go to my community post, participate in my $50 gift card giveaway. Again, it's going to be digitally. You ain't even got to wait for me to mail it to you. I'm going to digitally send you your $50 gift card. You just got to let me know where you want it to. Again, you got to pick a number 1 through 300. MJ said they got other rookies with veterans that play the same position except Angel. Yeah, we're going to get into that, MJ. That's why I'm excited to get to this. Bet, Be Well, bet. Reddit say, okay, people who say the team is not bad or not being relative. Yeah. But again, appreciate it. Make sure y'all like the video as y'all come in. Hey, we got a live one today, man. Hey, this one gonna be, I'm excited for this one because like I said, like I hadn't actually done a lot of research on the Unrivaled League. I mean, I knew about it, but I hadn't really done a lot of research on it. So honestly, I'm excited to see what it's about. You know what I'm saying? So like, but without further ado, we can, you know, we can get to it. Reddit said, look at all 6 teams, only one team worse than Angels. Yeah, we gonna get to it though, Reddit. We gonna break it down because again, when you start breaking stuff down, you probably it probably got a light at the end of the tunnel that you probably didn't even notice. You know what I'm saying? Because matchups play a key part in it. We're gonna get into that. So when we're watching games, we know what games we need to set our alarm for. We're gonna figure out who our best team is. Again, when you think about the WNBA, right? If you're a Chicago Sky fan, even a FIFA fan, Aces fan, whatever, you already know what games you're going home for. So we're gonna dive into the schedule and everything. So you know what games to set your calendar for, what games to get ready for. I'll definitely be live streaming some of the games. So I'm excited for that as well, man. But again, appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like the video, subscribe as y'all come in. But I'm excited for this one because again, I honestly I didn't do a lot of research. So on this one, we'll be learning together. That's why I'm excited because we'll be learning together, man. Again, I got almost 20 people in here and 9 likes. That means people coming in here ain't liking the video. Like the video. Like the video as you come in. I got almost 20 people in here and 9 likes. Like the video as you come in, man. But again, I'm excited for the 3-on-3, everything that it represents. Again, I'm one of those people. I'm big on supporting women's sports. You know, I had my time. You know what I'm saying? So like, for me, I'm one of them ones. I'm a guy. We already know. Like we here again. It's up to us to help elevate the women's sports, right? You know, because we got young daughters and things like that. We want to let them know that they belong. They just as appreciated as men when you come to sports. So that's kind of why I be going so hard about women's sports because I got nieces who love basketball, baseball, stuff like that as well. So make sure every chance we get, we uplifting women's sports because at one time men's sports were the same way. So for me, that's just how I look at it. Everybody got their moment. And again, we got to get out the mindset of they ain't as popular because at one time, the NBA wasn't as popular as baseball, wasn't as popular as football. So we got to get out of that mindset. The only way it gets popular is if we elevate it together, not just individually, because no matter how we feel about the WNBA coming from the NBA wasn't always popular. I need y'all to really understand that. The NBA wasn't always on the platform that is on. It took businesses, it took individuals, it took fans, communities uplifting the NBA to make it what it is. Without those TV deals, the fans give them the rights to those TV deals because of the viewership. So the more we watch it, the more opportunities they get, the bigger bag they get as well. Because no matter what you feel about, women's versus men's sports, they not dunking, whatever like that. I be listening to some of y'all, and that's how I know a lot of y'all not really athletes, like at a high, y'all never really played at a high level because y'all only see what y'all see on the TV screen. Y'all don't know the work that athletes put in, men, women, no matter the sport, the eating habits, the studying film, the workouts, the getting up early, going to bed late, the injuries, the rehabs. Like y'all don't see all of that. Y'all just see the ball being dribbled, the football being caught, the runners running on the track. Like y'all don't see the details, the attention to details that goes in to being a high level athlete. So no matter how you feel about WNBA, NBA, which league is better, at the end of the day, let them get paid what they worth. And again, they sacrifice a lot. They got families, they got kids, they got things they want to do too. So at the end of the day, let's uplift them while we, doing what we do. And that's why we do what we do, man. But again, make sure y'all like the videos, y'all come in. I'm excited. Again, let's make sure that we're participating in my contest as well. Again, the rules to the contest are on the community board. But again, on this channel right here, we're going to always uplift women's sports, man. Because, I got young nieces and stuff, and I want them to know that, there's a brand for them when it comes to being athletes. Because, we got genetics in my bloodline. Like, we all just born athletes. We born jumping high, running fast. My daddy used to always tell us they used to chase rabbits in the field. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, my bloodline is all athletes. So I want always want my nieces and stuff to know, even a daughter when I have one, like, hey, you got a platform for you to utilize your God-given genetics. So, you know what I'm saying? What's down, Black Power, man? What's down, Brass, man? Hey, yeah. Hey, keep me updated. Make sure y'all keep me updated on that South Carolina Clemson game. But I think Clemson gonna pull it off, man. Keep me updated though. But they're gonna pull it off. I don't see them not. I don't see them not. But again, let's get to a few things on this Unrivaled League. Those who haven't seen the actual like video, make sure you go check that out. Again, it's definitely a great platform when you think about like not having to go overseas, because when you play overseas, you're not with your family. So them being able to stay in the States and their families, being able to come see them and stuff like that, like that's great not just for the league, but for them individually. Because when you're not around family, you definitely it definitely weighs on you, especially when you're overseas and you got to go overseas to another country to make money. That's kind of sad, but hey, WNBA will get there soon. They about to get that bag in 2026. We don't know what it's gonna look like, but they about to get that bag. Pow. Then they said Pow show dog got them back in the game. Yeah, Pow. If she there at 10, man, I want the Sky to take her. If she there at 10, I want the Sky to take her, man. Yeah, be well. SC gonna have trouble with LSU, man. Florida J ain't playing. Florida J, that's who y'all sleeping on. That's who don't get enough recognition. Florida J, that's who don't get enough recognition. Florida J do not get enough recognition. But again, let's get into this, man. I wanted to give my subscribers time to pop in here, but let's get into this. Of course, the league is coming up. The 6 teams are the Laces, the Lunar Owls, the Mist, Phantom, Rose, and Vinyl. And they're called, if you ever see BC, that's because they're labeled as basketball club. So that's what the BC stands for. I seen somebody ask that earlier what the BCs are. It's basically the basketball club. And again, if y'all wondering about the weird names, it's because when you think about teams, a lot of those names like that you probably would want them to have, they got like copyrights and they would have to pay for that. Just like when the Washington Commanders changed from the other name that we don't want to say, a guy in Washington DC, he brought up he copyrighted like over like 400 names, hoping the Washington Commanders would pick one of them, and that's how they ended up with the Washington football team at one point, because it was working through some copyright stuff. Because I think he had the Commanders or something like that, or something close to it. So like, if you be wondering why sometimes they be having weird names even in the big three, is because a lot of copyright issues and things like that, and sometimes you just don't want to play them. Let me get to some of these chats while I pull up the schedule. Mike Zoe calling in now. Flaw J coming out. Sparks telling her they'll draft her. In my opinion, she named LA and Atlanta as to where she wants to go. I can see that. Flaw J is that LA Atlanta kind of girl. I can see that. She's definitely a LA Atlanta kind of girl. Jonathan said, according to X, formerly known as Twitter, Angel Reese, Rakia, Leah Edwards, Kate Martin will be the only 4 rookies to play in Unrivaled. Yeah, I can see that. I don't see no, because I think a couple other rookies went overseas already. So like, you got to remember, any player y'all want or for those last 2 spots, if they're overseas, that's not who they're going to try to recruit, because they sign contracts that don't end until training camp for the WNBA. So any player y'all going to be suggesting for those last 2 spots, y'all want those teams to recruit, if they're playing overseas, it won't happen because they're under contract until training camp starts. So just make sure. Mike said it's been already released that article saying Caitlin Clark isn't playing, per a source familiar with the situation. Yeah, Caitlin Clark, Sabrina Ionescu, and Asia Wilson will. It's just, I just know how Nike works. It's bigger than basketball with Nike. It's always brand marketing and money with Nike. So Nike only profits if all 3 of them play together. If all 3 of them don't play, the other one won't play. If Unrivaled offers them $1 million, Nike will just say, we'll give you $1.52 million not to play. Like that's just how Nike operates. Look at how Nike literally controls who makes the Olympic team. Like Nike has deep pockets, a lot of influence, and they don't care whose feelings they hurt. So just keep that in mind when y'all thinking about these players. Nescu, Nescu, Asia Wilson, and Caitlin Clark is bigger than basketball when you think about those Nike deals, and they're their top 3 athletes in the WNBA. So just be mindful of that. But let's get it. Let's get into it, man. Let's get into it, man. Again, like the video as y'all come in. Let me check these likes, man, because I got 31 people in here, man. Let me check these likes, man. Let me see. Hey, come on, man. I got 31 people, 18 likes. Got a couple people. By 11 people ain't like the video, man. By 11 people ain't like the video yet. Like the video, man. Y'all want content, y'all gotta like the video. Let my subscribers know I'm live. I mean, I ain't going nowhere. Y'all got about 2.5 hours with me. I ain't going nowhere. Like the video, man. What's up, Ghost, man? Hey, Ghost, you got that rotisserie chicken, man? You ain't get that lemon pepper? You ain't get that lemon pepper, man? Ghost said, how can I make $2 million not to play? That sounds like a job I'd be real good at. Yeah, hey, you gotta get with Nike, man. Gotta get with Nike, man. Yeah, Black, let them know, man. Let them know, Black. Get them likes up, man. Get them likes up, man. Let them know. Get them likes up, man. What's down, Brooklyn, man? What's down? Look, we got 31 people in here, man. Get them likes up, man. Ready to say, Mike, what she about? She decide wherever she lands next year. Yeah. Yeah, players gonna be excited wherever they land. At the end of the day, you can have your particulars. You can have your particulars, but again, at the end of the day, they're gonna play where they land. If they won't move on, rookie contracts are only like 2 years with a team option. Let me see. Mike said on Twitter, but people, let me see. Mike said, Carter said, oh, I believe I'm going to fill it up next season. Can't wait to see where I end up next season. Mike, you're talking about Kennedy Carter? Let me see what you put, man. Yeah, you talking about Kennedy Carter, Mike? Yeah, that's why I had Kennedy Carter 45. I think it was a 45 or a 50% chance. I forgot what I said yesterday. Somebody in the chat remind me what I said yesterday. I had it in that 45 to 55% chance she was coming back. But Kennedy Carter could say all that right now. She's a restricted free agent. The Chicago Sky can match any offer, and they gonna wait till they build out the rest of the team to match any offer with her, so they can whatever they match with. It will probably excite her more if they're a smart organization. If they're a smart organization, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, she wrote it on Twitter and deleted it. Yeah, I can see that. What's out, Miss Peach? What's out, Miss Peach? I just seen your thing, man. What's out, Miss Peach? What's out, Miss Peach? Again, make sure y'all go to my community post. Put your number in there, 1 through 300. Again, the gift card will be digital. You just let me know where you want the gift card to be from, and I'll email it to you digitally so you have it right away, and you got to wait for it to be mailed. I know yesterday I was like, I'll email you a physical one, but I don't want you to have to wait on a $50 gift card. Just let me know, Foot Locker, Walmart, wherever you wanted to, Chick-fil-A, whatever, and just put your number in there. But again, let's get into the nitty gritty. Let's get into the nitty gritty. So, the schedule, the first game is January 17th. Again, it'll be like a 7-week schedule, basically. It'll go from the 17th to March 10th. And I'm guessing that's when the playoffs, seeding and all of that starts. And I'm interested to see how they're going to run that, whether it be through kind of like a pool system, or how I don't know how they're going to run that, but we'll see. But again, I'm excited for the schedule. I'll take the schedule down and then I'll put it back up. So I'm excited for the schedule. Just wanted y'all to see it before we get in deep dive into these teams, man. Before we deep dive into these teams, again, As y'all can see, it's basically going to be like a 7-week schedule. First game will be January 17th, which is about 2 months from now, a little under 2 months from now. So again, I'm excited for the first game. I wasn't as excited yesterday when Brooklyn was telling me about it because I hadn't done a lot of research on it. But now that I've seen like the player selection, what they're trying to do, I heard them talk a lot about player development and getting them to play with other players. So I'm always big on those proponents. If you're saying this league is about not just winning, but getting development in, teaching them how to play with certain players, and these coaches taking the coaching serious, I'm all for it now. Once I started hearing that when they were doing the player selection, I was like, yeah, I'm all in now. Because I was telling Brooklyn them yesterday, I don't know, even with the Angel Reese thing, if they're going to be serious about what they were saying in player selection, I'm definitely all in, man. I'm definitely all in, man. I'm definitely all in. Put in the chat who y'all got winning it, and I'm gonna remember too. You can't be don't go back too. Put in the chat who you got winning it. Look, put in the chat. Look, don't write nothing else with the team you got winning it, because I'm gonna screenshot y'all teams. So put in the chat. I'm gonna give y'all about 3 minutes. I'm gonna leave it up here so y'all can see the schedule. Put in the chat who y'all got winning it. I'm gonna give y'all 3 minutes, man. Put in the chat who y'all got winning it. This is what I'll do to help y'all out. I'll switch it over to the teams. So before we dive into them, so again, Nafisa has the Lunar Club. Brianna Stewart, she's with the Miss Club. I'm gonna leave that right there for 30 seconds so y'all can see it again. Put in the chat who you got winning, and don't write a whole sentence with the team you got winning it, because I'm gonna screenshot them and I'm gonna save them for the end of the season. Because some of y'all be trying to switch up y'all bets. The Vinyl Club, that's Enrique. And the Rose Club, that's like the Angel Reese, Chelsea Gray Club. Then you got the Phantom Club, that's the Jackie Youngs, the Brittany Grinders. That's one of the wild card clubs. They got to go find them a player. That's the Phantom is the weakest team to me. Like, they're the weakest team to me. They got a lot of defense though, but they're the weakest team. I think, honestly, they need a point guard. I think they need a point guard. They got shooting, they got defense, they got size. I think Phantom needs a point guard. That's why I'm excited to get into some of this. We're gonna talk about it, man. We're gonna talk about it. I'm excited to get into this, man. And then the Laces, that's the Alyssa Thomas, aka Olivia Miles Sr. That's the Laces basketball club with like Kelsey Plum and all of them. So put in the chat who you got winning, man. Put in the chat who you got winning. Let me see. So, and I'm gonna read back who y'all got winning. Brooklyn said, it's about that time. So, yes, sir. Reddit said, and we're gonna remember these two now. Y'all can, I'm screenshotting this, man. Reddit said Rose. Slim Reaper said Brianna Stewart team. Ghost said Lunar Owls winning it. Jonathan Gonzalez said Rose. Now B Will, you gotta choose a team, B Will, man. Everybody else choosing a team but you. You gotta B Will, who you got winning it, man? It ain't that hard. Hey, we gonna come back to you, B Will. Who you got winning, man? I ain't ask you all that. Mike got the mist. Mike, I might be with you, Mike. MJ got Rose. I got a lot of Rose in here, man. Ghost, Alicia Gray got the sweetest jump shot in the league. Yes, you do. I'm gonna leave that. Yes, you do, Ghost. If I was Chicago Sky, I'm just asking them what I got to do to get her. I know she might not even want to leave, but sometimes you got to give them an offer they can't refuse. Send the Godfather over there. You got to give them an offer they can't refuse. Superfly J said Rose. Let me see. Edward T. What's that? Edward, welcome in. Edward T. said Vinyl. Brad said Rose. Brad's got Rose. Let me see. Sports 263 got Rose. Jay got Rose. What's that, Jay, man? Jay, I had seen your comment on my community post. Man, I don't want to hear nothing but B Will. I don't want to hear nothing about talking about depends on no wild cards. B Will, who you got winning, man? B Will, all the good players are picked or overseas. Whoever those two wild cards are, they're probably going to be some lesser players that just will probably be on the bench. So B Will, who you got winning? You talking about these two wild cards. Who you got winning, man? Let me see. Ghost, we gonna get to him. Ghost said who Rose got again. Ghost, we about to get to him. Ghost, we about to get to him. So let me pull up the things again, and I'm a read them. I'm gonna read them out because I want to get to the schedule and ask y'all what games y'all would like me to live stream, and I'm gonna write them down. So let me go back to pull up because again, sometimes I do my live streams for my fans, not for me most of the time. So once we get through all of this, we're gonna pull the schedule back up. Let me know which games y'all want me to live stream. That way I can start working on the thumbnails. So again, Lunar Basketball Club. Lunar Basketball Club has Nafisa Collier, Skylar Big Dog Diggins Smith, Natasha Cloud, Alicia Gray, the shooter, Shakira Austin, and they have to go recruit them a wild card who probably won't play. I'll be surprised. Again, the Lunar team has Nafisa Collier, Skylar, Natasha Cloud, Alicia Gray, Shakira Austin, and they have a wild card they have to sign. And it won't be Caitlin Clark. The Mist Basketball Club has Brianna Stewart, Jewel Lloyd, Rakia Jackson, Courtney Vandersloot, Dejanay, Seatbelt, Lock 'em Down Carrington, and Alicia Edwards. Again, the Miss Basketball Club has Brianna Stewart, Jewel Lloyd, Rakia Jackson, Courtney Vandersloot, Dejanay Seatbelt Carrington, and Aaliyah Edwards. The Vinyl Basketball Club has Arike, Ryan Howard, Aaliyah Boston, Jordan Canada, Ray Burrell, Derica Hamby. Again, the Vinyl Basketball Club has Arike, Ryan Howard, Aaliyah Boston, Jordan Canada, Ray Burrell, Derica Hamby. The Rose Basketball Club has Chelsea Gray, Kalia Copper, Angel Reese, Brittany Sykes, Lexi Hall, Azura Stevens. The Phantom Basketball Club has Jackie Young, Marina, 3-point merchant, Mabry, BG, Brittany Griner, Satu, the big dog, Sabley, Tiffany Hayes, Miss Lockdown 6-man herself. And they have to go recruit a wild card. The Laces Basketball Club has Kelsey, couldn't get right last playoffs plum, Kayla McBride, Alyssa Thomas, aka Olivia Miles, Courtney Williams, the Speed Demon, Kate Martin, the Sidekick, and Stephanie Dawson, the 3-point big dog. Again, that's your six teams. So let's go back. Let me see who y'all got in the chat, and we're gonna pull up the schedule. Let's talk about what we want live stream, man. Let's look at the schedule for January. We'll live stream 2 games. What 2 games we live streaming for January? Again, we only live streaming 2 games. Which 2 games are we live streaming for January? We got the Mist versus the hold on. We got the Mist versus the Lunar. We got Rose versus Vinyl, Phantom versus Laces, Lunar versus Rose, Vinyl versus Phantom, and Laces versus Mist. MJ said Mist and Rose. When Mist and Rose play? Mist and Rose don't play in hold on, let me see. Mist and Rose don't play in January, my MJ. Mist and Rose don't play in January, MJ. But again, let me know what games y'all want. Take a screenshot. Let me know. Let me know what games y'all want to live stream. Take a screenshot because we're about to get to the players. So I'm gonna give y'all a few seconds to take a screenshot if y'all need to, and write in the chat what games y'all want to live stream, what important games y'all want to live stream. And Brooklyn said he got the Vinyls winning it all. Let me see. B Will still ain't put his team in there yet, man. Let me see. Okay, so he said the miss, but he still got a caveat. He picked the miss and still had a caveat. This dude right here, man. This dude right here, man. Tay said missed and rose January 25th. I said week 1. We're gonna go week 1 for right now, MJ, because I want to write them down. We gonna double back. Again, we got time. We gonna double back. Unc, man. Unc say he got Rose. We gonna double back to week 2. I just want y'all to put in the chat for week 1 what games y'all want to actually live stream for week 1. Again, my live streams ain't really about me, it's about y'all. So I want y'all to tell me what games y'all want me to live stream for week 1. We'll get to week 2 in a little bit. Once we so this is how we'll do it. We'll do 1 week, we'll dive into a team, we'll talk about them, then we'll come back to the schedule and do week 2. That's why I told y'all take a screenshot while we're going through that if you can't put it in the chat right now. So that's how we'll do it. We'll do 1 week, what game we live streaming from that week. Then we're going to double back after we talk about one of the teams and do week 2 and talk about what game we're going to live stream. That way I can start working on the thumbnails ahead of time because the thumbnails ain't easy. You don't just log into your laptop and they just show up. You actually got to go in there and work through all of that. But let me see what y'all got going on up in here. Tay said miss and roll January 25th. That's week 2. But I'm going to keep that in mind. Missed and roll January 25th. That's still week 2. Everybody, look. What don't y'all understand, man? It got it right there. Week 1, week 2. We not doing week 2 yet. Put week 1.
Yo, it's good, so you get me?
Some of y'all ain't go to. Some of y'all need to go back. Some of y'all ain't go to class. That's what they tell me. Some of y'all did not go to class. Y'all had 6 hours of PE. Come on, man. Let's get it together. Let's get it together. MJ said week 1 Rose versus Vinyl. That actually might be a good game. That Rose versus Vinyl might be a good game. B will say Vinyl versus Phantom. When's that game?
How many minutes is the game?
They're supposed to be an hour and 15 minutes. So they're short games. They're supposed, like the reports that I heard, they're supposed to be an hour and 15 minutes.
And that's like the runtime. Are they playing to a certain score? Are they playing halves, quarters, you know?
I don't know the rules yet. I just heard about the time limit. And I don't know how the quarters is. I don't know if it's going to be quarter wise or it's going to be like to a certain point, like Big 3 does. So I don't really know. I don't think they released all of that yet. While we're going through this, if somebody just keep an eye on the Unrivaled Instagram and Twitter, because I don't have it up. So as we going through this, just put it in the chat like, hey, Zoe, all the stuff up there. So Tay said they playing 4 or 5 minute quarters. 4 or 5 minute quarters. Nah, that's kind of short.
That's weird for 3-on-3, 2 quarters. For 3-on-3 is weird.
Yeah. I would be doing points. That's kind of short. I will be doing points. So
it's probably not going to be short because it's going to be a faster paced game than a regular game. So it's probably going to work out because the pace is going to be quicker.
No, but that's what I'm saying though. Like for on a 3-on-3, 4 or 5 minute quarters, that's actually short. Half court, that's not a lot of time. I'd rather just go points if you're gonna do that. I'd rather just do points. Because if you think about like playing on the park, I mean, I'd rather just do points. If you're gonna go that short. If it was like 4, 7, 8 minute quarters, it might work a little better. But like, nah, that's short. That's short.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'd rather do points, but like
Yeah.
looking at it from their standpoint, I think the pace is gonna be quick, so it's probably gonna they're probably gonna be able to put up some points in that 5 minutes. But I'm with you. If I was running it, I would have had a point, like 50 points or something like that, a bonk to hit.
So after looking at all the comments, I thought I had dropped it. B Will thought I had dropped it already. I'm gonna drop it again because Brooklyn up here. So how he found the link and you was up here before Brooklyn.
Yeah, you did drop it. They what happened is you dropped it and you started talking, so it went up. Like if they scroll up the chat, they could find it.
Yeah.
But you could drop it again for the.
I just dropped. Hey, yeah, it goes. Them thumbnails ain't no joke, man. Getting cramps all in my fingers, man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So going off of the comments, I'll be live streaming January 17th, Rose versus Vinyl's game. And Rose versus Vinyl is, let me make sure. Rose versus Vinyl is the Rike Basketball Club versus the Chelsea Gray Angel Reese Basketball Club. So I'll be doing the
I feel like that. I feel like that vinyl squad just got a nice big three.
yeah, they do. That's what I'm saying. We about to break them down though, Brooklyn, because
And then when
I
you
think we
play,
just looking at these teams on surface level. We about to break them down because some of these teams gonna have some issues. Some of these teams
and
gonna have some issues.
then
They
when
ain't
you
gonna
put,
shine like y'all think they will.
and when you play 3-on-3 basketball, and you got somebody that could take over 1-on-1 and hit a few shots, and Enrique, I like Drew Lloyd's team too. I think that's the Rose, right?
Yeah.
Or the Miss. I think I
For which
forget
one?
what that.
Which one?
Drew Lloyd's team with her and
That Drew Lloyd is on the mist with
yeah,
Brianna Stewart.
her and Brianna. I like that. I like that squad too. They got a good 3-on-3 squad.
Yeah.
I like Chelsea Gray and Angel, but I think that's more of a 5-on-5 squad. I like that team though. I don't know if they're gonna win 3-on-3, but I like that team. I like all of the team. All the teams put together evenly. Like you said, you got certain teams that could, like you said, I forget the name of the team, but they could use a point guard. The one you said.
Yeah.
But I think they did a good job. The coaches of putting people evenly. Like it's all the teams. Like it's no to me when I look at it, it's no like overpowered team. Like all of the teams could beat each other.
Yeah, they
But it's
try.
certain.
You could tell they tried to like make sure
Yeah, make it
every team
parity.
kind
It's
of like
parity throughout the league.
had an opponent that they could guard. You could tell that's
Yeah,
what they tried to
yeah,
do.
it's parity. The first one, I forget what color is. Those are the guards. The middle one is the forwards, and the green
Yeah,
one,
they
the
color
last one
coded.
is the bigs, the over 6 foot players. So I see what they did, and then they gave them a
All
nice
right,
bench.
everybody, it's official. So make sure y'all write this down if y'all want to. But for week one, before we dive into the first roster, for week one, we'll be live streaming the January 17th Rose versus Vinyl game. Then on January 20th, we'll be live streaming the the Laces versus the Mist. So we'll be doing the Rose versus Vinyl on the 17th at 8:15. That will be 7:15 my time. And on January 20th, we'll be live streaming the Laces versus the Mist at 8:15 my time, 9:15 Eastern. But I might live stream the Vinyl versus the Phantom game, being that game is so late. I'll probably be home and kind of ready to go by that time. So on January 20th, I might live stream both games back to back, being kind of they fall in the same circuit and it's kind of later. So if it was like an early game, I would probably do it one. But being that it's that 9 o'clock game is 8 o'clock for me, I'll be home and set up. So on January 20th, I might be live streaming both games. Just FYI, that's the games I'm live streaming. So again, we'll do every week, and then we'll dive into one of the rosters. We'll dive into this roster, and then we'll bounce back and do week 2. So lock in, lock in, lock in, lock in. So let's go over. We'll go over the Lunar roster. B. Will in Brooklyn. So the Lunar roster is Nafisa Collier, Skylar Diggins, Natasha Cloud, Alicia Gray, Shakira Austin, and they do have a wild card. We'll talk about that and who could fit in that position that's probably not playing overseas. And we're going to take out Asia Wilson, Caitlin Clark, and Sabrina Ionescu because I doubt they're playing. So we're going to eliminate those three, and we're going to eliminate anybody who's already on the team or overseas, and figure out who could probably fit that team well. That we're probably that those in the chat probably aren't even thinking about who would fit there. That had a great season last year. And again, remember, it has to fit. That wild card has to fit the team. If you watch the player selection, you'll know that they selected them a certain way for a certain reason. One of y'all got feedback. Who that is? That's B. Will?
Yeah.
There you go. All right. So again, Lunar has Nafisa Collier, Skylar Diggins, Natasha Cloud, Alicia Gray, Shakira, and the wild card. So for them, we don't need to talk about like the wild card right now. We'll talk about the players they actually have on their team. Brooklyn, who you got as their big three? So when we say big three, we're talking about the main three players that's going to be getting the minutes, and then you got the two substitutes that'll probably come in for breathers or certain situations. You could tell that was even how they was picking the teams. You got to read between the lines when they were picking the teams. They were talking about this player kind of fitting in here for like a needed bucket or something. So you could tell even when they were picking the teams, they kind of had that mindset. So that's how I want us to construct these starting lineups and the help off the bench. So Brooklyn, you could go first. Who you got as your big three, and who you got coming off the bench, and why?
Well, you saying my big three or how they had got their lineup? Because, for instance, like my big three for the Miss would be Brianna, Drew Lloyd, and Rakir, but they got Rakir coming off the bench. I think they got Courtney Venn. Who they had starting? No, they had Dejanay Carrington starting, and they had Drew Lloyd as the guard. So my big three for the Miss would be me personally. The what I feel like, what I like is Rakir, Drew Lloyd, and Brianna for the Miss, and then for the Lunar, I like Nafisa, Scala, and Alicia. They starting already. So, but that's the big three for the Lunar.
Hold on. We're gonna just stick to the Lunar. We ain't gonna do the Miss yet. We're gonna just stick to the Lunar. We're gonna do the
but
Miss
what I was
after we do
saying was,
week 2.
I don't know if you understood what I was saying. What I was saying was,
I get what you were saying.
I don't know if you watched it. I mean, I'm sure you watched it, but earlier they had it. They had their starters and they had their bench. So
they didn't. So I thought they did, but if you listen to what they were saying at the end, they just picked them like that because they were in those color codes. I don't think that's actually their starting three. If you listen to what Teaspoon said, said when she had picked basically. Yeah, she had picked somebody, and she was like, "Yeah, I can see her starting against certain teams." I could so I think they just picked them like color code. It was kind of like I think the way because they broke it down, because like we were talking about before, the way they broke it down, they kind of broke it down by like play styles versus just position.
Yeah, exactly. Certain colors was big, certain colors was playmakers.
So I think they went with play styles. The first three that was picked was more play style than just the best player. It was like play style with this player. So we're going to discuss like what three would fit best together starting, and what three will come off the bench as like microwave, or you need a big stop end of the quarter, stuff like that. So like who you got for you?
So like I said, Skylar, Alicia, and Nafisa is kind of self-explanatory. Obviously, if they go up against a bigger team, you might move Nafisa to that that second player, and you might push Shakira Austin just for the hype. But I got Nafisa, Skylar, and Alicia starting those games for the Luna.
What does Shakira do good?
What does she do good? I mean, I don't think she's a bad player. She probably need to work on her game. But I was basically speaking more so for her height, because she's 6'5", if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, she's like 6'4", yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. So Nafisa is 6'1". So it's gonna be time she's out there against a 6'5" player. There you go. Then you're gonna need to
Okay.
put
Okay.
somebody like Shakira in at that 5. Just for matchups, unless they go small ball and it works for them. But just for matchups, rebounding wise, you might need to move Nafisa to the 2 player. But what I'm saying is, I think starting most games because Nafisa shows she could play, bigger than her size. So
Yeah.
starting most games, I'm gonna have Nafisa at that 3 position. And it's certain, like you said, certain matchups, I'll move Shakira in for the bigger players. But Nafisa's gonna start for me, along with Skylar Diggins and Alicia Gray, Natasha Cloud, and Shakira, and the wild cards coming off the bench.
Yeah. For me, I got, of course, Nafisa, Scholar, and Alicia Gray. I got honestly, but I'm this what I'm gonna tell you though. Don't sleep on Natasha Cloud though.
No, I
Look,
like Natasha, bro.
look. I got her.
Nobody
Look,
sleeping on her. She can
I
start.
actually got her challenging Scholar a little bit there
Yeah,
in
she can
Alicia
start.
Gray. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaning more towards Natasha Cloud instead of Alicia Gray. I'm leaning. I feel
Nah,
like
I
you
wouldn't do
need.
that.
I feel like you need Scholar out there just for that floor general presence. But because Natasha Cloud can shoot.
Yeah,
So
I like Alicia Gray better though. Alicia
I
Gray.
know, but I know, but this isn't no up and down. This is half court.
Nah, they
I
playing
just
full
think
court. It's just a smaller court.
I know, but I'm saying like this ain't no 5-man up and down like open floor. I'm thinking a lot of ISOs. I'm thinking a lot of bucket. Natasha get a bucket.
Yeah, but she don't score better than Alicia. Alicia is the bucket on that.
I just
Nafisa's the bucket.
Alicia plays better in a 5-man system where she can run off a screen, shoot, slash. I just feel like Natasha a better one-on-one player. I just feel like she a better.
I feel you. I still got Alicia. Only because the reason why I'm saying that is because before the WNBA season started, I watched Athletes Unlimited.
Yeah.
And that's where Alicia showed me what she could do before the season started.
Hey, some of the chat agreeing with me, Brooklyn. Some of the chat agreeing.
Hey, listen, I'm not. I don't speak. I respect that. I don't speak for people to agree with me. I speak to give. What's the name of my new show? What's the name of my new show?
Respectfully, Brooklyn.
No. I just speak to give my perspective. I don't speak to for people to agree or disagree. I really could care less who agrees or disagree. I'm just giving my perspective on what I feel. So when I look at Alicia Gray, I know what she can do. Like Alicia Gray,
yeah, she a dog.
Her personality. The thing about Alicia Gray is her person. She remind me of Derrick Rose, like personality wise. Like she got like that calm, that laid back personality. Not gonna do too much, but she gonna get on the court and she gonna be the alpha out there on the court. But like personality wise, remember I was saying, remember me and you and HD was having this conversation, and I was asking HD, hey, who's more of the alpha between Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard? I know Ryan Howard got more of the personality of I'm the alpha, but I think Alicia Gray game is better.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
hey,
from my perspective, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, Brooklyn.
What's up?
Don't leave us in suspense, man. What's the name of your show?
It's called The Perspective.
Brooklyn, you got it up yet?
Nah, so I told you it's gonna I'm next week. Between this weekend, sometime between this weekend and next week, I'm gonna have my first show up.
All right.
And then get
it up before Tuesday. Get it up before Tuesday. That way on Tuesday you can live stream off my channel.
I'm gonna try my best. It's all about how quickly Amazon get me certain things that I need.
Oh, you got your mic and stuff?
And I got the mic already. My mic arm. I got to get the mic arm. I bought a new laptop. I bought some stuff. So
okay. Look, I'm excited for you. But before B will go for Lunar, I got Nafisa, Skylar, and Natasha starting. I got Alicia coming in off the bench as my shooter, and I got Shakira in the other wild card. I got them two. Situational.
I'm not mad at
coming in to give Nafisa a breather every now and then. I got those two situational on this team.
I'm not mad at that at all. The good thing about the way they built these teams is versatile. So even if you would have said, I'm not mad at your lineup, but even if you would have said, yo, swap out Skylar, put Natasha Cloud in the starting lineup. You feel me? You could swap out Alicia Gray, put Natasha Cloud. So it's a few different ways you could play with these lineups. And I like that. And like especially the Luna. The Luna got two good
Yeah,
point guards, 3 good guards. So the Luna is set, and we don't even know who that wild card gonna be to be an extra body, right?
I think it's gonna
To
be a
me, I think
wing.
the
Whoever
wild
it is,
card.
they're
I
gonna
was
get a
about to
wing.
say, I think it's gonna be a wing because when you look at this, they got 2 solid bigs, they got 2 solid point guards. So
Yeah,
the thing that they lacking is a big guard or a wing.
yeah, a wing. Even though
That's
Natasha
the wild
Cloud got a
card.
little height on her though.
So I kind of see it like Brooklyn's second assessment. I think Skylar and Tosh gonna have to fight it out to see who get that regular starting position. Because Tosh Cloud is a Swiss Army knife. She
Right,
can do it all. She can guard 1 through 5 because she did it all season,
right, and she could get hot.
and she can get hot, right? So I think I'm probably going. So just to switch it up, because I'm 50-50 on Tosh and Skylar. I'm just to switch it up. I'm gonna go Fee, Tosh, and Alicia Gray. Because you need,
Okay.
like in 3-on-3, you need somebody that just can catch, that can just catch and shoot, and that's Alicia Gray. She can catch and shoot. She can drive too. She got a lot. She got a lot in her game, but she is your on that team. She is your spot up shooter. She is your catch and shoot shooter.
I can
So
see that. I can see that. I
that's
can
what
see
I'm
that,
going.
be Will. I can see that.
But what I'm gonna tell you, so 2 things on how the league actually is gonna be played. 2 things. One, Brooklyn is right. It's a 70-foot court and it's full court. So it is going to be up and down. So a 70-foot is a shorter court, but it's full court.
Yeah, I just knew I was just talking about it being a shorter court where you ain't really. Yeah.
So that's 1. And 2, I was watching Sess and J Spot this morning, and J Spot was looking at the site, and they said that the wild cards is going to be a center and a forward. That's what. And now I don't know how great a source that is, but that's what I'm hearing right now. The 2 wild cards is going to be a forward and a center, and I think if I'm looking at who's out there, if I take it aside what you said earlier about Nike, Prince, the 2 names I put out there are Cam Brink if she's healthy and ready to go, and Asia Wilson, and so. That's why because those are my 2 names. I think with the wild cards going to Lunar, Owls, and Phantom, I think Asia or Cam Brink on either of those teams puts that team over the top.
The Owls got a wild card.
Yeah, yeah. Lunar Owls.
Okay.
So that's why I feel. I could be totally 100%. I could be totally wrong on those 2 names, but those are the names that I'm thinking of in the wild card.
I just don't think Asia. I don't think Asia playing, man.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think neither one of them play. I don't think Asia playing, but Cam Brink. I think she'll be good for this league, but I wouldn't rush her back if I was LA.
Nah. Yeah.
I wouldn't rush her back. Take your time back because
Yeah.
you are future.
I agree.
See how what you were saying yesterday. Zoe, about Angel. I think Angel injury wasn't that major where she got to sit out, but Cam Brink injury, I feel like you were saying like that's a little bit different. That's a major injury where she had that's almost like a
Yeah, because it was her ACL, right?
There you go. That could be a career
that's
injury.
365
So
right there.
I'll be safer with that. I'll be safer.
Yeah,
With
be
Angel
Will.
injury, she hurt
Be
the
Will.
game.
That
You can
ACL,
heal
man.
from that.
Be
You can
Will.
heal
That
from that.
ACL, that's 365 right there.
Look, understood. That's why
And look, the crazy thing is, even next year she won't be Cameron Brink. It's gonna take her to year 3 to get back to her.
Sometimes that first year you playing, you got to play yourself into that second
And
year.
then for her, if I'm her coach, if I'm the front office, she part of my future. And just the way her body is structured, she's very fragile. Like she doesn't have a lot of girth like Angel has. I would be very careful with her with an ACL injury.
I agree. Like 90% of me agrees to that. The only reason I picked those two names is because we was talking on Seth and J Spot. What two names are worth sitting on? You know what I'm saying? Like what you like if they sitting on these names to be these big surprise announcements. Like what two names get you there? You know what I'm saying? What two names are
But
worth?
they're not sitting on no names. They gave y'all that okie doke. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, and Brooklyn, you agree with that? They not sitting on no names. Like it was only 34. They like it wasn't no surprise pick coming.
Right, exactly.
It wasn't Braz, that's my school now, Braz. Be careful now. That's my school now.
I mean, I know who it's not gonna be, but you want to know who I would have loved for it to be?
Who?
Kennedy Carter. I know it's not gonna be her,
Yeah, because
but
she
I would have
overseas.
loved. Yeah, not only that, she oversees. Yeah, that's the main reason she oversees. Exactly, she oversees. But that's the I would have loved for it to be her.
Hey Prince, you played for Tulane. What years did you play?
07 to 11.
I was trying to look, go catch some film on you, my brother.
I'm gonna send it to you.
All right, bet.
You send me your info.
I followed you on Instagram yesterday.
All right, I'm gonna send it to you.
But yeah, so that's what I got for the Moon Sky. Thing I'm gonna say about Shakira because Brooklyn asked earlier, you asked Brooklyn earlier, what can Shakira do? Man, Shakira, if she could stay healthy, she got Asia Wilson upside, dog. She got the same athleticism, same size, same height. She just needs to be developed. So if she can get to, with a program or a trainer that can develop her, because you see snippets of it. You know what I'm saying? You see moments of what she can actually do, and she's a good rim protector as well. So she got Asia Wilson upside to me. I think she's the right in the current WNBA. I think she's the player with the most ability to become an Asia Wilson. Well, actually, I say that, but I think Angel could too. I honestly think Izzy could. I think if Izzy could get to the Aces, oh my God.
I want us to stop doing that though, because I feel like Angel is gonna be Angel. I feel like I think Izzy already Izzy. I don't know how much better she gonna get. And same thing with Kiki, because everybody keeps saying Kiki gonna be Asia. Man, you gotta let these players be themselves, man. Asia's Asia already, and I think Angel gonna be a great player, but I don't think she's gonna be Asia.
Asia is a 101, man.
Yeah, we gotta stop doing that. We
Asia
only
is a
doing that because that's
101.
what we know. We see her, we know it, but you gotta let these other think men's basketball, right? If you think men's basketball in the 2000s, think that power forward position, right? You had Tim Duncan, you had Rasheed Wallace, you had Chris Webber, you had Dirk, you had KG. You feel me? Like those are all great players, and they all played their own way, and
Talking
they
about in the
was all
90s
great.
or the 2000s?
No, the early 2000s, 90s from the 90s to the early 2000s was like the golden era for power forwards.
Yeah.
And it's like you could think about every power forward, Jermaine O'Neal. Like you could go down the line and just think about how great these power forwards was. But it was only one Tim Duncan. It was only one KG. There's only one Dirk. There's only one C Webb. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
let these players develop into them. Angel's
They
gonna
all
be a
play
great
different.
player. They all play different. They all brought something to the table. And that's one thing I love about Angel, because Angel already carved her niche out. I'm gonna be the best, regardless of all the other skills I'm gonna build around this. I'm gonna be the best rebounder out of the bunch, right? Asia's like, I'm gonna be the one all y'all gotta chase. I'm her. Y'all all gotta chase me. You feel me? And then you look at Kiki. Kiki gonna come in and she gonna make her mark, whatever she does. You know what I mean? All these other, and it's not just Kiki. Nobody talking about Janiyah Barker, right? Janiyah Barker gonna come in next year and make her mark. She got a little handle, a little wiggle to her at the power forward position. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta start letting these girls beat them.
That's why I always said Angel reminds me of Alonzo Mourning, man. Like that's who Angel reminds me of. Like the work ethic, the hustle, the
You said
rebounding.
Angel? Asia.
Yeah, Angel Reese. She
Angel.
she she, she reminds me of Alonzo Mourning when he was with
Lonzo.
the Heat.
And look, my comparison, my comp for is KG. She give me KG vibes. Because
Nah,
Asia give me Tim Duncan vibes. To me, Asia give me KG vibes.
Angel.
Yeah, she give me KG.
Only attitude.
Nah.
Only attitude.
Yeah.
KG was a big guard. KG was like a big guard.
She give me KG vibes, bro.
She got. I just think he played a little more smoother. He had a better offensive game.
You gotta realize KG had to become KG too, though.
KG
he wasn't.
was always KG though. KG was a dog.
No, he wasn't.
You can't forget KG didn't even go to college.
Dog wise, yes. But I'm talking about everything you talking about, the polishness of the game.
Yeah,
He
KG didn't
developed
go to
into
college.
that.
KG did
That's
not
not
go
what
to college.
I said. I didn't say college. I said polish.
But I'm saying KG didn't go to college. KG always had a mid range. KG always could dribble. KG had to work on his post game when he got to the NBA. KG was a big guard when he was playing AAU. KG didn't really play the center position. He used to say it all the time when the podcast first started, when he was on there by himself before Paul Pierce got on there. Steven Jackson used to talk about it all the time because they all played on that same AAU circuit together. When KG came out of high school, KG was a small forward.
South Carolina is so deep. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, South Carolina. Yeah, nobody beating them. All right, let's get to the miss, man. How y'all feel about the miss? The mishap. Brianna Stewart, Jewel Lloyd, Rakia Jackson, Courtney Vandersloot, Dejanay Seatbelt Carrington, and Aaliyah Edwards. How y'all feel about the mist?
I'll start this one. All I'm gonna say is Rakia and Stewie on the same team on the floor at the same time is nasty. Because how you gonna deal with that height and that flex and that bag? You know what I'm saying? What they can do to put the ball on the floor, they can spot up for three. They can do way too much. The only thing I worry about Rakia is, her defense. But I think honestly, this 3-on-3 format is her opportunity to improve her defense and work on her defense. But that's nasty work. I think you got a veteran point guard in Sloot, and I think Jewel is a bucket. So I got to go, if I'm going to pick my big three, my starters, of course, going to be Stewie, probably Jewel, and Rakia or Dejanay. If I had to pick one, I'm going to probably pick Dejanay just because of her defense. She going to lock down whoever she on, so you might as well just take one person off the floor on offense.
For me, they too guard. This I like what's going on with this Brianna Stewart team, and this is one of the teams I couldn't wait to deep dive into. I know the Mist on paper look like they have the best squad, right? Like, I mean, they got shooting, they got ISO. Brianna Stewart can protect the rim. She's great on defense. Aaliyah Edwards, she just come in and do what she got to do. She ain't gonna try to do too much. She's one of those players that understands her role, and she ain't gonna try to come out of it. So them having Aaliyah or Edwards on a team like this will definitely help their egos. But Vandersloot is definitely going to be the leader of this team because she's gonna have to get them to buy in to the shot selections. So hey man, Jewel Lloyd and Rakia.
This is a tough one.
Jewel Lloyd and Rakia. I'm interested to see what that looks like together. It's gonna be a lot of your turn, my turn. but that ain't too bad for 3-on-3 to end like a 5-on-5 game, but I don't know, man. But I got Brianna, Jewel Lloyd, and Courtney Vandersloot starting, and I got Rakia and Dejanay coming off the bench, and Aaliyah Edwards coming in spot minutes. She knows her role. She ain't gonna be tripping over playing time. And again, she's one of the youngins too, so she's just probably gonna be happy to be there. But I think for them, that Rakia Jewel Lloyd situation is gonna make or break them. And I don't think either of them like got a bad attitude. I just think their play styles just get in the way of each other. So I'm interested to see how they look on the court together. And I don't know. I gotta see what the play with the time limits, confirm the time limits and everything, and like what the game setup looks like for me to give like a final judgment on what it would look like for them too. But on paper, they have the best team. I'm gonna go back and watch because people be saying like colluding and stuff. Like Brianna basically picked her team, had the earpiece in their ear. So I'm gonna go back and look at the missed selections and see how they were selected, because I am confused at how Rakia Jewel, like, yeah, I don't know, man, ended up on the same team. Like they had a back-to-back pick or something. Like I don't know, but they got everything, man. They got size, speed, shooting, ISO, winners, like rim protection, rebounding, like lockdown defender, and Dejanay when you need to stop. I mean, they got everything. They got last second shot takers and Brianna Stewart and Jewel Lloyd. Like they got a floor general and Courtney Vandersloot, a leader on the bench with her as well. Like Dejanay brings the energy and the deep. I mean, they got everything, and then they got Aaliyah Edwards who just happened to be there. Like they got everything, man. They got everything, man. What you think about them, Brooklyn? What you think about the Miss Brooklyn?
Certain things you can't overthink. I think is Brianna, Drew Lloyd, and Rakia Jackson. And when you look at Courtney Vandersloot, Dejanay Carrington, and Aaliyah Edwards, they all like specialty players, right? Like if you need more defense, you go Dejanay. If you need more playmaking, you go Courtney. And if you just need more toughness, you go Aaliyah. So I just think this team is kind of self-explanatory. Yeah,
So you got Rakia starting?
Yes. The key is never coming off my bench, bro.
Okay.
I don't
crazy.
Family.
It's never coming off. You crazy.
But 77-45.
But like I said, if you need more playmaking, you sit Rakia or Drew Lloyd down. You bring in Courtney Vandersloot because you're still gonna have a scorer out there. So you sit one of them down. If you need more toughness, you go with Aaliyah. And if you need more defense, you need a lockdown, you go with Dejanay. But this team kind of self-explanatory to me.
Can I ask y'all a question?
What?
Because this is what I see. But I'm gonna ask y'all see if I'm totally off. Y'all feel like I'm totally off. 3 years from now, I think Aaliyah Edwards has a huge upside. I think she is. I think she's. I don't. Again, I'm a learn from what you said, Brooklyn, because what you said, I really took to heart. Let these players be themselves. But I just feel like with her athleticism, her toughness, her ability to be versatile, I think Aaliyah Edwards has feet type upside. Like I don't know if she'll be that one that steps out and starts shooting threes, but I think she's so athletic she can, even though she's only 6'3", I say only, but she's 6'3", but I think she can be the same type of defensive player that can guard multiple positions. And I think she can, definitely step up develop a more fluid offensive game.
Yeah,
I think she got outside.
Listen, I agree with you 1,000%. Aaliyah Edwards could be as good as she want to be. Like I'm a huge fan of Aaliyah.
What's her ceiling, Brooklyn? What's her ceiling?
it's hard to say right now because I got to see. It's up to her. I feel like she could, again, like I just said, I feel like she could be as good as she want to be. So it could be her ceiling can be. If again, me talking about those power forwards of the '90s, I don't know if y'all remember Chris Webber wasn't the biggest one, right? He was like 6'9", 6'10", but he had a lot of skills and was able to compete with those 7-foot centers. That's Aaliyah Edwards to me. Like she's able to compete
That's her
with
feeling.
she's able to compete with the Asia Wilsons, and she already showed she could compete with Angel this year, right? They had some back and forths. So I think, listen, I like Aaliyah. I think she could be really good, but it's up to her. Her floor is just a hustle player. But her ceiling, she could be a third. She could be a third in a big three.
Yeah,
Agree.
Know who I see her as? I see her as I'm having a brain freeze right now. The center for Nafisa's team.
Elena Edwards. I mean,
she could do that. Small ball. She could play. Like I said, if you need toughness, right? Because she gives you that at 6'3".
This is what I was about to say though. She reminds me of Elena Edwards without a jump shot.
Elena Smith. Yeah, Elena Smith.
I mean Elena Smith without a jump shot.
Elena Smith. I don't know what that is.
That's Nafisa's center. That's their center. The Minnesota.
Alana. Okay, Alana Smith.
I mean Alana Smith without a jump shot and tougher. That's what she reminds me of. Doesn't say too much, just goes out there, protect the rim. Because Elena Smith, she's a defensive player. She's on the defensive team. Like, just protects the rim, don't say too much. At the end of the game, she got 10 rebounds and 3 blocks.
Yeah.
That's what when I watched her play last year,
I just feel like
that's who I always felt she could mimic her game after, as far as getting a jump shot, like how she finds her shots within the offense versus just kind of calling for the ball.
Right.
You should watch tape on her, not on her game, on how she gets her shots.
No, absolutely. I feel like these young players, I feel like the WNBA is in an era right now where they going through a golden age. A lot of the young players is gonna be really good.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I just feel like Aaliyah Edwards is in that. She's in that, she's one of those people.
Yep.
Yeah, I like her attitude, man. I like her attitude. I just like her attitude. So how y'all, before we get to the next slide, how y'all feel about these two teams when they play against each other?
I'm probably gonna pick again. For me, whatever. Forget what you talking about, Zoe. I gotta consider the doggone wild cards and what that might bring. But depending on that wild card, matchup wise, I think I'm gonna pick the lunar Owls, because Fee and Stewie, that's a wash. But like I said, that Swiss Army knife and Tosh Cloud, she a defender like Dejanay. She can go on the heater that Dejanay, as much as I love Dejanay, she ain't going on the heater like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, Dejanay is a great fit, in my opinion. She's an exceptional finisher. She has a great bag around the rim. She knows how to get to her spot, but she ain't Tosh Cloud yet. So, matchup wise, and I mean, nobody's stopping Enrique, right? Enrique, Kelsey Mitchell, Kennedy Carter, to me, unguardable. Like, they can do what they want to do. You can't guard them 1-on-1. You got to have some help. So that's who I would pick. But
who you got, Brooklyn?
I didn't hear the question. What's the question?
I say, when these two teams match up, who you got?
Oh, these two teams right here. I got the Luna. I just feel like they got too much firepower.
Nah. Oh no, man. Both of y'all got the Lunar, man. Look,
Yeah.
I got the Miss. I don't think so. Both of them do got offensive firepower. I just think the Miss got a little more ISO firepower, and a little more defense.
I respect that. I like with Nafisa. I got Nafisa over Brianna.
Really?
So yeah, especially after that finals.
Yes,
I think
right.
Nafisa. I think Nafisa got a point to
Why
prove.
she better than
And
her?
then like, no, I didn't say better. I'm talking about. I'm talking about. I'm talking about who's gonna have more passion to win, or more will to win is what I'm saying. That's why I said I got Nafisa over Brianna.
Okay.
I'm not saying who's better, but I got Nafisa over Brianna, and then like I said, just I feel like Alicia Gray gonna surprise some people.
Eh, I don't know, man. Is Alicia Gray better than Jewel Lloyd?
I think they both good. It depends on who day it is. I think Drew Lloyd has more of that I'm gonna take over in her. I think Alicia Gray is more of a she's willing to be the number two. But I think when her mind is made up that she's gonna be the number one, she's just as good as Drew Lloyd, if that makes sense.
I get what you're saying, depending on the situation. I get what you're saying. Oh man, I don't know, man. Is Skylar Diggins better than Rikia?
I mean, that's a bad comparison, but no, I wouldn't compare them two though. That's a wing in the guard.
Somebody got to guard somebody.
I would never compare the two. No, see that's the thing. So
It's
in this
3-on-3.
matchup,
Somebody got to guard somebody.
in this matchup, it depends on what the Miss bring out. If they bring out Stewie and Rakia, then guess what? You got Fee and Tosh Cloud.
I just feel like Brianna and Nafisa is a wash. Jewel better than Alicia Gray, and Rakia better than Skylar. That's just how I feel. I'm thinking 3-on-3. And then look, one of them having problems on defense. You got Dejanay and Leah Edwards coming in. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it's just I can't see. I just, and look, this is just my opinion. Brooklyn and B Will. I can't see the Lunar guarding the Mist.
I know that's just your opinion. Why you think I ain't saying nothing? Like at the end of the day, you can feel how you want to feel. You will feel how he want to feel, and I'm gonna feel how I want to
can't
feel.
see the Lunar. I'm looking at their players, right? I can't see them guarding the Mist. Like, I'm looking at who they got.
I'm not put it to you like this, man. I won't be surprised if the Mist win. I'm not saying I didn't say that the is impossible for the Mist to beat the Luna.
Yeah.
I'm just going with the Luna, right? Because of what I see and what I like. I just felt like they balance. I feel like the leadership. I feel like the leadership of Nafisa and her having a point to prove, and I feel like Alicia Gray's ability to surprise people and be that type of player that people don't look at her as, right? People just see Alicia Gray as a scorer, but not a takeover person. And I just think she's gonna surprise people.
Yeah. Before we move to the next one, one of the things they talked about during the picking was the reason I was really on board was they talked about like the development, showing these players how to play with another great player next to them or a certain type of player.
Exactly.
So from both these teams, pick one from each team, looking at how they play, the players they have around them, thinking about the 3-on-3 format. Which player from each team is going to come out of this with the most development?
The most development is a hard question because I feel like a lot of teams are going to get development. So I don't know. I had to think about that, and I can't give you that off the top of my head. Because I feel like Angel's team is going to be a lot less playing with a point guard like Chelsea Gray. I feel like that's gonna help Angel out a lot. I feel like again. I thought about this earlier. This just came to me, so I'm happy that I thought about it again. Remember we was talking yesterday, B Well, and I was saying certain players like a Drew Lloyd and Enrique. I said, because of their usage rate, I said some players are better in a 1-2 punch situation opposed to having like a a full team or a big three, certain players, and I compared it to Kobe and Shaq, Kobe and Powell. I said when we saw Kobe on a team with a big four, it ain't really look too good. But when you see him on a team with a 1-2 punch, we see the best of Kobe. When I take a look at Enrique and I take a look at Drew Lloyd, I feel like they did really good putting them on a team with a second star that could go get it, right? So when you look at Drew Lloyd being with Breonna Stewart, and also that chemistry they had from playing together before, but just them two able to score on their own and take over on their own, I think is really good for both of them going towards your development question. So and then also when you take a look at Enrique and Aaliyah Boston, that 1-2 punch is a really good 1-2 punch. You get what I forgot? They got a third player too. I forgot who their third player is right now at the top of my head, but Ryan Howard. They got a
Yeah,
good big
we
three,
about to go
but
to their slide.
right, they got a good big three. But just speaking about Enrique in general, that 1-2 punch between her and Aaliyah Boston, I think is a really good match, like combination that they put together. So when
For
you ask
me,
about
for me, out of these two teams, I think Alicia Gray and Rakia Jackson is going to come out of this with the most development. Alicia Gray, because we always talk about Alicia Gray not being assertive sometimes and like playing like even that third fiddle role when she can be a first fiddle at times. I think if you look at this roster she has, it will force her to have the ball in her hands a little more. It will force her to have to score a little more because she's their best shooter and probably their best like offensive like kind of like option outside of Nafisi, of course. But when you just think about like perimeter option, she's their best option. And I think this will force her to kind of become Kobe a little bit because she has a lot of that in her, but she doesn't utilize it. So I think this roster will force her to become a little bit more of like a shoot first person. So I think Alicia Gray and Rakia, I think Rakia just playing with Jewel Lloyd, like watching her work. Like I think because she got a lot of Jewel Lloyd in her a little bit on the offensive end. I think her just being around Jewel Lloyd, like next to her on the court, I think she'll get a lot out of that. Because again, she has that bag. She came from Tennessee with it. So I think just being around her, seeing how Jewel Lloyd gets her shots off in certain spots, guarded by certain people, I think she'll come out of this with the most development on that team.
I agree with you 1,000% with Rakia Jackson. With Alicia Gray, I hope so. The reason why I'm saying that is because, again, I watched her in Athletes Unlimited, and she already had that opportunity, and she did. She was the leading scorer in Athletes Unlimited. She won an award for that. So she already been in a position to be a leading scorer. And I think hopefully this being, again, I'm only judging off what I've saw, so I don't even know if she's done it before. So I'm gonna say this is her second time. She might have did it before, and I just don't know it. But if this is her second time being put in that position to have to be a go-to player, I hope this time it clicks, right? Because
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping for.
I think playing with Ryan Howard, she still fell back into that beta role. She still fell back into the this is your team, and I'm gonna play off you. And then there was times where Ryan Howard wasn't out there due to injury or whatever the case may be, where she took over and was that number one person. So I hope this being the second time that I've seen her being put in that position, I hope it works out for her and she starts to develop that alpha mentality of I'm the best player out here and I'm gonna take over.
Yeah, and look, I mean, look who her. I seen somebody put it in the chat, but I mean, look who she's um look who she's what you call them being coached by. I mean, she got DJ Sackman. I mean, DJ Sackman. I mean,
so they already announced the coaches because when I was watching, the coaches
So
wasn't picked yet.
the coaches are Phil Handy is coaching the
No, I
Mist.
know who the coaches are, but what I'm saying is they didn't have the squad yet.
Yeah, they didn't have the squad yet when they named the coaches, but DJ Sackman is, I mean, the lunar coach, and he's great with guards, like the ISO guards. Like, so I hopefully this time it does click for her. I don't know who was on her squad on that team. Do you know?
On the Athletes Unlimited?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so long ago. I don't remember. I would have to look it up because I was still learning players at that time, right? I was new to the WNBA. I'm learning. So I don't know. I haven't seen that since the beginning of the season.
Yeah. So I mean, because it don't get better than Skylar Diggins and Nafisa being on your team and telling you to shoot. It don't get better than that. So that's why I wonder who was on that team. Like
Right.
if there are actual
I could tell you who
WNBA.
was in the league. It was players like Odyssey Sims. I was able to see her. It was players like Izzy Harrison, Natasha
Okay.
Cloud, and also the way Athletes Unlimited work is you don't keep the same team for the whole for the whole season. What you do is you play in it. I think it's a week. You keep the same team for a week and they redraft. They keep redrafting, so everybody got a chance to play with everybody.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I just think you got Skylar Diggins, Nafisia, Natasha next to you telling you to shoot. It don't get better than that as far as like being that go-to player. I mean, it don't get better. That what other confidence you need?
No, absolutely. I feel again, like I said, I feel like these teams are put together well. I feel like these teams is going to be a lot of players able to learn from other players. So I'm absolutely with you. Like I said, I was just saying I've seen her in this position before.
Yeah.
So being that this is the second time she's in a position, hopefully it clicks for her to like say, let me start to be the alpha more often.
Hey, look, it might click. It might click her to another team. It might click.
Hopefully it click in Chicago.
Hey, look,
It
I
might
gotta
click her.
I gotta jump off and make a real quick phone call. I'll be back in about 5-10 minutes.
All right, bet. All right, next up we got the Vinyl Basketball Club. We got Enrique, Ryan Howard. You just talked about Brooklyn, Aaliyah Boston, Jordan Canada, Ray Burrell, and Derica Hamby. Who your starting three?
Just Enrique, Ryan Howard, and Aaliyah.
Okay, I like that too.
That's kind of
Yeah,
self-explanatory again.
yeah, I like that too. Yeah, I was kind of leaning Hamby because she plays in the Olympic 3-on-3, but
But
I was
Hamby
like,
over
nah,
who
I
though?
don't see her starting over Howard.
Oh, you was gonna put at the three? Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, yeah.
If
I
she
was
to
like,
me,
nah,
if she did start, it would have been over Aaliyah, but it wouldn't have been
Leah
over.
starting.
No, I understand Aaliyah starting. I agree with you, but what I'm saying is play style. I don't think she's a good wing player. I like her better at the post.
See, I had her and Ryan Howard battling it out because I was thinking of her play style. She's kind of a tweener. She don't really bang, but
Yeah,
she
but being a tweener, she's not a better wing than Ryan Howard is.
right. Yeah, so
That's why I was saying I like her
that
better
was my
at the
only
post.
competition for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get what you're saying. She could play either position. I just don't, like you said, she's a tweener, so I don't think she plays either position better than those two players, right? I
Yeah.
don't think she's a better wing than Ryan, and I don't think she's a better big than Aaliyah. So,
Look, me
but
neither.
I would put her as a big before I would put her as a wing.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. I don't see that. I don't see that either.
But since we agree on that, speaking about the bench again, these teams is evenly matched. I really like this bench. You got Jordan Canada, who's and you could correct me if I'm wrong because I'm new. She's a champion with the Sparks, right?
With the Sparks, I think so. Yeah.
I think she's a champion with the Sparks. So, you got leadership there with Jordan Canada. And then you got Ray Burrell, who's a big guard. I like what she brings. And then obviously we just talked about Derek and Hamby with the experience and what she brings. So I like this team bench as well.
Yeah, I mean, with them,
Let me ask you a question since you know.
and Jordan, actually, matter of fact, now that I think about it, Jordan got 2 championships.
Oh, shout out to her. Since you know, what team is Spoon coaching?
Spoon has the Vinyl.
Okay, that's dope. Who's Angel coach?
Angel coach is Nola Henry.
I don't know who that is. Okay.
She was the one that was going back and forth with Phil Handy doing the little selection thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she was the other.
Phil Handy, I like him. Who's he coaching?
Phil Handy has the Miss. She has Brianna Stewart team.
Oh, the Miss. Okay, that's a good call.
Yeah,
I like
that's why he gonna be amazing for Rikia.
Yeah, no, absolutely. He's gonna be amazing for all those players.
Like
Because he's a trainer. Phil Handy's a trainer.
Yeah,
So he's gonna
yeah,
be amazing for all of them.
yeah. Like because he trains like Kyrie with his handles. Like
Yeah,
even when he was with the Lakers, he one of the reasons Austin Reeves handles got so good. Like
yeah. A lot of
he
people don't know too. During the break, the Olympic break, him and Spoon was coaching together. A lot of people don't know that.
yeah he
Yeah.
he definitely will be a plus for her. Um for the Rose, who you got?
For the Rose, obviously, I mean, it's simple. Again, Chelsea Gray, and I like the balancedness of this team because a lot of the other teams we was talking about had scoring guards in a point guard position, right? So you got Chelsea Gray, who's the point guard, right? And then you got a two-way scorer and Kalia Copper. So now you got offense and defense, right? You don't have to swap out. You got offense and defense with Kalia Copper. And then you got Angel Reese, you know what I mean? That's there to just to do to show, you know what I mean, to do Angel Reese things and show, what she's been working on and when she got better. We gonna see the growth a little bit. And I'm excited to see her also with Rakia too. The same thing. See the growth of
Yeah,
those players.
yeah. What you know about Brittany Sykes? I don't really know too
Oh,
much.
I know. Oh, nah, Brittany Sykes. She if I understood what I seen from her and heard from her this year, she's a lockdown defender at the guard position. So I like Brittany Sykes a lot. She one of those, you got certain, in the NBA, usually point guards aren't defenders. And then you got certain people at the point guard position, like a Drew Holiday, that's like a lockdown at the
Yeah,
point guard position. That's Brittany Sykes. Brittany Sykes is like the point guard you don't want to see. She,
yeah.
what I mean,
I know
she's not like
the only thing I know about it is she's all defensive team.
yeah, she not like the point guard like a Dame or somebody like that that's gonna come drop 35 on you. But she could score. She two-way. She not just defense, but she's a two-way, but she's a lockdown offender point guard though. Like she the type of point guard you don't want to see.
I could definitely see that. Uh,
Also, but getting back to the because I didn't talk about they bench. Um Getting back to the roles, um I like Azor Stevens for Angel because it's gonna be times where again that extra size. Angel 6'3", people forget that. People be thinking Angel 6'5", Angel
right.
6'3". So it's gonna be times where Angel's gonna have to play that two position, right? Out there with Azor Stevens, and Azor Stevens can stretch the floor, so that allow Angels to work in the paint, and also hopefully Angels show her shooting ability, and then so hopefully we get a glimpse of that. And then Lexi Hall, we all know, you always need that role player, that hustle player. So, I love what Lexi Hall brings to the team. And then we just talked about Brittany Sykes. So,
Yeah. Uh, I hope this is what I hope. I hope Chelsea Gray in the first practice just walks up to Angel Reese and says, "This is what you do. This is where you be at, and I'm gonna get you the ball, and I
yeah,
expect you to be there."
yeah. Listen, you don't gotta hope that. That's who Chelsea Gray is. That's why I'm excited for her to be on this team because Chelsea Gray is a coach on the floor. Right? Y'all was talking yesterday about what point guards' jobs is. Y'all gotta realize every point guard don't do that, right?
Uh-uh.
But Chelsea Gray is the point guard that's gonna do that. She's the point guard that know exactly where you need the ball, know exactly what you need to get better. What I mean? She's gonna know exactly what to tell you to bring the best out of you. So that's why I really like Chelsea Gray on a team because Angel needs that leadership. As somebody who's used to being the best player on her team, to now be in the WNBA and trying to grow, she needs somebody that knows her potential and knows, especially playing with with Chelsea Gray playing with a player like Asia, she could see like some ways Asia has grown and she might see certain things that Angel could do to be like, oh yeah, I know exactly what you need to do to grow.
Yep. Yep. I just for Angel, I just again what I used to always say about Angel last year, and people used to be like, "Why you always on teaspoon?" I don't feel like Angel understood what to be on the court, and I'm not talking about in Brooklyn. You understand basketball very well. You already know what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about
Yeah,
when a play being ran. You know what I'm talking about? I'm talking about just understanding the game of okay. if the defense is guarding us like this is where I get my shots at.
Right. This is where I get my shots at. Also, this is where I can stand at to make it easier for my teammates. I get what
Yes.
you're saying. You a passionate fan. See, a lot of people don't realize that. And you already know I had to learn that myself because when you when you had first made your statement about teaspoon, it caught me off guard, right? But then I understood. I was like, okay, Zoe, he just passionate. He want to see the best out of his teams. I feel like, just my humble opinion, I feel like sometimes you have too much expectation. Like last year, I remember this one conversation we had, and you ain't say nothing wrong. But I was like, yo, bro, this one of the worst teams in the league. You was comparing them to the Aces. I was like, I get what you're saying, but like, they trash right now, right? It's only like 2 or 3 good players on. So, but yeah, you just a passionate fan. You just want the best out of everybody. I
Look,
definitely
I just
understand
see
that.
Brooklyn.
Yo, my
Look,
game just ended. Y'all could send the invite.
look, Brent, Brooklyn. I just feel like Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso, they not regular rookies, and a lot of people had like, oh, they rookies. They don't need a great team right now. Let them learn how to play basketball, and then you put a team around them. No, they
Right.
ready to go. And I think that's where me and a
Exactly.
lot of people butt heads at. You don't need to wait
Exactly.
for them. You don't. They ready to
Exactly.
go.
The most important thing about them is they both know how to win.
Yes, they ready to go.
They
This
know
ain't
how
no
to
regular
win.
rookies. If
But
they
the
ready to
problem, I
go,
think, I
you
think
put
the
the right
problem,
pieces around them, they winning.
I think the issue last year though, especially when you got bigs, especially bigs who know how to win. That's why I'm excited about Chelsea Gray for Angel. They needed a guard, and they needed a guard. Hey, listen, even a guard like Kennedy, right? A guard like Kennedy is more of a scoring guard. She's not a guard like Chelsea, but you see the difference she made when she was around them. So
Yeah.
imagine having a guard that, like what you talking about, is a guard with the IQ to know what to say to you, to come on and say the right things, so you put you in the right positions, yada yada yada. Imagine having one of those guards. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that's all they needed. They needed a guard that could help lead them, and they didn't have that last year. So hopefully this year, I wouldn't say they. I'm gonna say they didn't have it completely, because I think Lindsay Allen took a little bit of that role, but she not. We know that she's not a starting level guard, right?
Yeah, like Angel need a guard that can teach her how to be a
Exactly.
big.
Exactly. So
Like just because you're a and I think I said this yesterday. I was a point guard. I would never tell a center how to be a center, but I can tell a center how to play with me.
exactly.
I can't tell a center how to post up. I can't show him post moves, but I can tell him what to have his arm angle at, where I need his
Right.
pivot at when I pass the ball, because what his pivot at determines how that defender is guarding him, and if my pass ends up in a turnover, that's on my stat sheet. So at practice, I'm like, hey, if I'm driving left, I need your pivot to be right here because I'm passing it to your weak hand. Like, so that's what I mean. I don't think she had that. You could just tell, like, even when her and Camilla post up, like it just looked awkward. It looked
Yeah.
like they weren't confident in the post. It looked like they weren't confident in about to get the ball. It just looked very awkward. And I'm looking
Yeah.
at it as a point guard, like, I wouldn't pass you the ball. So that tells me at practice, they're not really discussing how you should look receiving the ball. Because too many times I've seen Camilla catch the ball just standing straight up, not even pinning the woman behind her. Like, she's just standing straight up. That's why she couldn't hit a move and would have to kick it back out. Like, you're not
Right.
even positioned to score. Yeah, you're in the post, but you're not even in position to score. It's a difference from being in the post and being in position to score.
Yep.
So yeah, and I think Camilla would have benefited being in this league, man. Camilla is somebody I would have really wanted in this league. Definitely. But I think out of this group, Angel Reese is gonna come out of it with the best development, working with Chelsea Gray on just understanding how to work with a great point guard. Because honestly, even in college, she never really had a point guard like Chelsea Gray.
Yeah. She never had a point guard like that.
She ran a lot of the offense at LSU. Like, I mean, you had Haley Van Lith, but like she more of a shooting point guard.
Yeah, the best
She ain't
point guard she played with was Lex Luthor, but Lex Luthor, she was a she was more of a scoring guard. She was a scoring guard that would get hers in the mid range. So, but Lex Luthor was a good guard. I don't want to take nothing away from
Oh
Lex,
yeah, like,
but
yeah.
but she was a good guard. But yeah, she never played with nobody as good as Chelsea Gray.
Yeah, yeah. You think about a guard just being able to get her in position, show her how to like run the floor, because that's something else. I want her to get better with in year 2 of like how she runs the floor without the ball, not with the ball, not when she catches it off the rim and bring it up herself, but how she runs the floors with guards. You know, like there was too many. She's faster than Camilla, and there was too many times I seen Camilla running the floor more than her. You know, like I just want her to. That's one thing about her offensive game that a lot of people didn't notice because it's like open court, so you don't really pay attention to it a lot. You pay attention what a game like Angel Reese has. You pay attention to more of her half court offense aspects, but like open floor, the just running with a point guard, knowing if I run full speed, she gonna find me, kind of situations. So like that's her and Chelsea Gray. Definitely. And
I
I
mean, that
honestly,
goes back. Yeah, Brody.
no, you good.
I was just going to say that goes back to what I said too when we first met, right? Because I was like, we were talking about Olivia, and I was like, the great thing about Olivia is she's, she'll put the team in transition, and both our bigs and Camilla and Angel are transitional bigs. Same thing with Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray, like just like you just said, when Angel was running, if you remember the All-Star game, even when Angel ran full court and John Quell Jones was able to get her that pass, she wasn't used to that on Chicago because
Yeah,
they was
yeah,
when they tried to make those passes on Chicago, it was either a turnover or they didn't make the pass, right? So when she played in the All-Star game and she just ran the floor, one thing about Angel, she got a motor, she gonna play hard. So
yeah,
when she just ran the floor, she was getting the ball. So exactly what you just said. I see that from this team.
yeah.
I would say looking at this team, it just hit me. Oh no. Sykes. Sykes is there. Sykes isn't a Chelsea Gray, so that might I don't know her court vision. That might be a drop off when Chelsea Gray is now on the floor. But like I said, Sykes is a really good defender, 2-way player.
Let me
So
see.
that's
Let
what
me see.
she brings.
Sykes. You can finish. Let me pull up her.
Yeah. I was just saying I don't know because with Chelsea Gray, once she hit the bench, Chelsea Gray got a unique play style. So when she hit the bench, I don't know who picks up that. You feel me? They might have to now play through Khalil or play through Angel or something like that. You know what I mean? Brittany Sykes, I don't know what her playmaking ability is. I know what kind of guard she is. She's a really good 2-way guard, like I said, but I don't know what type of playmaker she is. Somebody in the chat can help me out. I'm
She
still
not a
new to the
playmaker at
W.
all.
See, I'm still new to the W. I haven't seen that from her. I know
Yeah.
I've seen defense from her.
For her career, she only averages 2 assists a game.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, she's more of a defensive guard. She's like a Patrick Beverly type.
Yeah.
Yeah, she averages 12 points and 2 assists for her career. 30% from 3.
So
Yeah, she.
so the playmaking on this team might, whenever Chelsea is not out there, it might take a dip. You
Yeah,
know, they might
I
have
can
to
see
play through Angel
I can see
Khalil.
Kalia Copper running the offense when Chelsea
Right,
isn't
right.
out
That's what
there.
I'm saying. It might have to run through Angel because Angel could play make a little too. So it might run through Angel or Kalia.
Yeah, I could see that. Yeah, Bree said. Let me see what Bree said for our finish. Bree said Angel can work on her point forward skills when Chelsea sits because she can do that. Yeah, Angel definitely can do that. But I want this to be truly Brooklyn. I'm just being selfish. I want this to be truly all development for Angel Reese. Like, I know she can
And I'm
do the
with you.
point. I know she can do the point forward thing, but I don't want her to be doing it in this league. I want her to be truly working on finding shots and understanding offensive positioning.
Well, I don't.
Like,
I don't feel
that's where I
like
want her
her.
to be.
I don't feel like her in a point forward role hurts her development. Though. I think that actually adds to her development
But see, for me, if she and I
because
get
she
what
did
you're
that.
saying, it does add to it, but I'm thinking selfishly because again, Angel was at LSU. I watched it. I know she can play make. I know she was a
Yeah,
point guard
she
when she
was
played
doing it in
AAU back in the
college.
day.
Right.
I'm just thinking like the most she can get out of this, selfishly for me, is her just being able to move without the ball, start working on her jump shot, and that's all muscle memory. And you just dribbling the ball and playmaking for others, it take away those opportunities of you creating that muscle memory. Like I'm truly being
I ain't
selfish
mad.
for her.
Listen again. This is all our opinions. I ain't mad. I ain't mad at the way you looking at it. I just, for me, I mean, this is 3-on-3. I'm gonna be honest with you. I already know she's gonna play make some. Right. This is 3-on-3.
Yeah,
So
she
she's
gonna have
gonna
the
have the
ball.
ball.
Yeah,
She's gonna have the ball in her hands, and she's gonna make plays for herself and others. So I know it's gonna happen. But I get what you're saying. I think everybody that's an Angel Reese fan is on par with that. Of we want her to see her development. We want to see her move away from the basket, be able to hit some shots, but also at the basket has some more moves, has some more go-to moves. So we want to see. Listen, you talking about you being selfish. I'm being selfish. I want it all. I want her to improve the shooting. I want her to improve the playmaking, even improve the defense, because just because it's elite don't mean you can't improve.
definitely.
I'm selfish. I want her to improve it all.
Yeah, definitely. Before we get to the next slide, for the vinyl, I think Aaliyah working with Hamby at practice, watching her doing games, how she got that elbow pick and pop. I think that'll help her game a lot.
Yo,
If she
listen,
can
do
add
me a
that to her
favor.
game this offseason, she's gonna be dangerous.
Zoe, do me a favor. Drop the link one more time because I feel like we need a ladies' touch. I see Tony in the chat. Let's get Tony up here. I want to hear some of Tony's opinions as well.
But Tony, let me
Let's
see.
add a lady to this the to make this
Look,
more
any
well
ladies
rounded.
want to come up? I done dropped the link in the chat. Good looking out, Brooklyn. I done dropped any ladies want to come up. I done dropped the link in
Any
the
ladies,
chat.
if I didn't see you, any ladies, I saw Tony. If I didn't see you, any lady, pull up. We want to hear some women's opinions, man. This women's basketball. I want to hear some women's opinions, man. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but my it kicked me out. I don't know if it kicked y'all out.
What you mean? You still here, Brooklyn?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm multitasking. I'm gaming and talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Hey,
I got them
anybody
in
in the
my
chat, if
headphones.
you writing anything sometimes, my StreamYard, sometimes when you got like the full screen up here, I can't see my comment section. So when y'all dropping comments, sometimes be a little patient with me because I can't, the StreamYard just stupid like that.
Hey, I'm looking at the chat right now. I want to say shout out to Shelly. Shelly, hit the link. Shout out to Bree. Bree, I see you. Hit the link. Tony, you already know. You always welcome. Hit the link. Shout out to all my fellas too. You know what I mean? Chat gang. I see you. Superfly J. Daily Dose of Tea. MJ was good. Mike was good. Brass, my guy, was good. Reddit Milky Way. Ghost. Listen, man, hit the link, man. Hit the link. We want to hear some ladies' opinions,
Hey,
man.
the link is in the chat. You won't come up. But yeah, Aaliyah
All
Boston.
right.
How you feel about Aaliyah Boston working with Derek and Hamby?
I don't really feel no way about that. I feel like Derek and Hamby, like you said, she already is her. Like, you know, I don't really know how much growing she's gonna do. Of course, everybody could get better, but I feel like Derek and Hamby game. I already like what she's an all-star this year. I already like what she brings to the table. And again, Aaliyah Boston, I like what she brings to the table. I think they just gonna complement each other because Derica reminds me of Angel Reese. When I was looking at players early in the year, and I was like, who can Angel Reese learn from? Derica was one of those people.
Yeah.
So I say that because of her motor. Derica has a motor just like Angel, so I feel like that's going to be able to complement Aaliyah. And I think Aaliyah's ability to be both of them is versatile bigs. So Derica could step out, hit the three. Aaliyah Boston could score in the paint, but she could also step out and hit a jump shot. So I think that's going to really help them out a lot. I think Enrique's ability to score off the pick and roll, right? The look for her shot and find a big, I think is going to be really vital for that team. So, you know.
We got Tony in the building. What's going on, Tony?
She the champ. You got to remember that. Tony is the champ. So
what's going on, Tony champ?
Hey, Brooklyn. Hey, how y'all doing?
What's going on, Tony?
Hold on. Since you just came up here, yes, I'm gonna pull up because we already did the first slide. And I see you had put some comments when we were still on that one. So tell me what you think about these two rosters, and then I'm gonna let you I'm gonna pull up the other one we was just looking at.
I would do Nafisa, Alicia, and Natasha Cloud.
See, me and you on the same page, Tony.
I'm
Me
not
and you
mad
on
at
the
that.
same
I'm
page.
not mad at that.
Me and you on the same page. What about the mist?
For the Miss, um, it
Before
would
you
be
get to the miss,
Stewie.
Tony, let me before you move on, what you think about the bench players though, Tony?
Alicia Gray.
Yeah, Alicia and Shakira, what you think about? And we, they don't have a wild card yet, but what you think about the bench players?
Um, they're not bad. I mean, Alicia. We all know Alicia is a great player.
That's a fact.
Um, um, and what's her name? Skylar Diggins. The only problem I have with Skylar is that she whines too much when she gets a foul. But besides that, she
She
is a
do.
great
She's
player.
passionate.
She's very passionate about the game.
That's a fact.
I'm not
Yo,
too familiar with Shakira Austin.
Shakira Austin. I could put it to you like this, and I know people probably gonna get mad when I say this, but I'm only saying this because this is what they said in the draft. I think what's her name? Andrea Carter said this. Just for an example, she's not Angel, but she's similar to Angel, just a taller Angel, if that makes sense. She's a 6'5", slim, type of player. She's not as she don't have a motor like Angel has. She's not as relentless as Angel is, but she's like that tall, slim, versatile. She versatile, big. She about 6'5", I think.
Which team does she play
She's
for?
on the Mystics. She was hurt a lot this year.
Oh, okay. That's why I
Yeah.
know. Okay.
Yeah, she was hurt a lot. From what I heard, again, Zoe, you could correct me if I'm wrong. I heard that Aaliyah Boston used to give her the business when they was in college. So somebody said, I think I heard in one of the Twitter spaces or something said that she when Aaliyah Boston sees Shakira in the league in the WNBA, she normally take advantage of it because sometimes you got that mental edge over a player. So I don't know if you think that, Zoe, but I heard that in the Twitter spaces.
She's been injured. I wouldn't know much about her because I probably wasn't in her.
Yeah, she's a 6'5" versatile player. That's basically a good way to describe her. 6'5" versatile.
Yeah,
Could shoot the three, could shoot a
I
little bit.
bench her and you know, use
Yeah,
her as a role player than
right,
anything.
exactly. And the mist,
But the miss would be Stewie. Oh, they got a good team here.
yeah.
um, Definitely start Carrington.
Okay. You need that defense. I like that.
Yeah. Um, dang. I would give Jackson a chance, even though there's still others like Jewel, but I would give Jackson a chance because I want to see what she can do.
So let me ask you a question then. If you start in Jackson and Dejanay, who's your ball handler out of those two?
Oh, I said Stewie at first.
Okay, you
Stewie,
playing point forward. I got you. Point forward.
yeah, I would use Stewie, Jackson, and Dejanay.
Got you. And you saying Stewie is gonna be the one that play makes for the other two.
Right.
Got you. Okay.
I just want
What's
to
up,
give
bro?
her some experience because I know with this team right here, they're probably not going to give her much. She probably going to.
Right.
You're talking about Stewie. You got Jewel. You got Courtney, right? And I know
Yeah.
Brianna going to want to have Courtney on there with her. So it'll be probably to be honest, they're probably going to have it as Stewie, Jewel, and Courtney,
Okay.
and
I
then
wouldn't be.
probably change out with Dejanay for thing there, but because they all know each other. That's that Jewel used to play with Stewie.
With Brianna, yes, and
Yeah, and
Seattle
Courtney's on the
and
same
on the
team.
Liberty on your team on the champs
Yeah,
team.
so they already know each other. So you know,
Yeah, absolutely.
they probably. I don't see Jackson really getting much play time unless they just decide to change out the other three. I don't know how 3-3 works, so she probably would get some playing time, but maybe not much. I don't see her starting really.
Yeah, Bree, hit the link. Bree, we want to hear your opinion too. Bree, don't be shy.
I've
But
been watching the big three the last 2 years, Tony.
Mhm.
Like, it's really that's why me and Brooklyn was talking about earlier. I need a like concrete idea on like the play timing, the style, how you win, because in the big three, it's really hard for them to get 5 people in the game.
Yeah, it is, because from
It's
what I
very
saw
hard.
from the Olympics, it wasn't really that easy to get other people
Yeah,
in
4
there.
people in the game. They were playing 3 like during the Olympics with Hamby them. Like I
Yeah,
watched a couple of them. The 4th person barely played. They would play like 2 minutes here, 1 minute here, and come back out.
right.
Yeah, so if I look at that team, the Miss team, just because of age, I think the odd person now to probably be Courtney, even though she's the only ball handler. I think Courtney probably will play the least amount of minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. I got Courtney playing.
No, I'm saying she's gonna play, but I'm talking. Listen, I'm okay with being wrong, and I'm talking about like age wise, like she's the oldest
Yeah, I
person
get
on
what
that,
you're saying.
Well,
so
yeah, I
I
get
could
that.
see her
I
because of
mean,
her
that's why I said
age.
they could always change her out with Dejanay, because she's going to come with that defense no
Right,
matter
right,
what.
Yeah.
But
right.
Dejanay can also shoot too, so that's all the greatest thing about her. I would love to see her starting though, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Listen, this is your opinion. Start who you want to
Yeah,
start.
yeah.
But
I don't think there's no real wrong
I'm trying to
answers.
look at it as how Stewie gonna think about it. She gonna be comfortable with the people that she know, right?
Yeah.
I don't know she have played with Carrington before, so she gonna start with the
But
people that
I
she
will
know.
tell you this, regardless if she played with Carrington or not, and Zoe could speak to this because he played.
Hmm.
Listen, everybody loves a defender. You can't
I know,
Yeah.
if
but
somebody
you got the
a
Oh
best
hustle
yeah.
defender
player
out there. You
defender.
got the best defender in the league right
That's what
there.
I'm saying. I
So
think Bree gonna love her out because she's gonna make her job easier.
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
because I probably would start her because I know that she's the best defender in the W.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I'm
And
interested to see is though, I mean, do y'all think Dejanay got an attitude?
No, she don't. She just passionate about the game.
yeah, I don't think she got an attitude. I
She
think
ain't
Okay.
you
got
know,
no
I think
attitude.
you
She
got
just
certain players.
passionate. She just
Exactly.
passionate about the game, and
Exactly.
it- and
Exactly.
she's not one of those young kids that be like, you know, all up in the foolishness. She just comes there to
Exactly.
play her game, and that's
I
it.
think I think certain players got a certain personality. Like you could put Dejanay in the same the same conversation with like a Skylar Diggins. We already seen Marina Mabry, she get into it. So you just got certain players with that extra, you know what I mean? And I don't think there's nothing wrong with it. I like it. I'm gonna be honest
The
with
only
you. But
Okay.
that's
reason
why I
she
come from
The
Brooklyn
reason
though.
I asked that though, the reason I asked that is because that I know feisty players
Right.
and they won't be on the court. Like she's one of the ultimate competitors. Like
Exactly. But
ultimate
again, I love
competitor.
those players. Put them on my team, even if they mad they on the bench.
So in this
Listen,
3-on-3 format, I'm interested to see how she's going to react to playing
I
time.
think she's more than enough to know that she's going to get her time to play when it's her time to play, and then she's going to
and
shine when it's
right,
time for her to play. She's been in the league for a while now. She's not one
right.
of them new rookies, or
And
so
she knows what's going
she's
on.
not going to have an attitude. She's more mature in the way she plays, and on and
Absolutely.
off the court. So
And then
I
on
don't I
top,
don't see any problem with her like that.
right, and then on top of what Tony is saying, and this is
She
just
just a
my
no.
opinion.
Yeah,
th-
she's a
th-
no nonsense type of person. She don't really
right.
take too much disrespect. You're gonna disrespect her.
Yeah.
That's why she
She
checked
not she don't
Mary
play those
Mary.
games. Yeah. But on top of what Tony is saying, I think that, but I think also, and this is my opinion, I could be wrong. She might think she's the best player out there, but I think she knows her place, right? I think because when I look at her in Connecticut, I think she knew the go-to player was what's that girl name, the tall one? Name is escaping me right now. Alyssa and the other one. Anyway, she knew who the best players on Connecticut was, and I think she knew she was more of a role player. So when you look at this team, I think she knows like at least Brianna and Jewel are the two go-to players. She might Rakia is young. To me, Rakia is better, right? But she might look at Rakia like either they on the same level or she's better right now because she's been in the league. But I think she definitely knows her place when it comes to Brianna and Drew.
Yeah, I don't see her being a problem. And I think she's more mature than that. I
Yeah,
just like
exactly.
how she plays. She just
Yeah.
plays with passion
I'm just thinking
She's gonna be
I'm
needed
just
though. Her
thinking from a
defense, she's
competitive
gonna be on the
standpoint
floor.
because I was competitive, and I'm just thinking of like even if I'm on the floor with players who are probably like better caliber than me, just as a competitor, like
You
I'm
want to
just
be out there,
yeah, you want to be
right?
you
But
always feel like you
but
can do something. You
I
always
will say
and
this.
look, hey DJ Nate, if you and your representative listening to this, I'm still trying to interview you. We having a bidding war right now, Brooklyn. We got a couple of them. We're having bidding wars right now. So
Got
I'm
you.
gonna probably
I,
start interviewing people beginning of January. But
that's what's
this
up.
ain't DJ Nate. This ain't no disrespect.
Hey,
I'm asking
listen.
questions.
If she listening, I will say this: a player like Dejanay is always gonna get minutes because what she does is needed.
Right.
Yeah,
She what
you're
she
right on
does,
that.
yeah, what she does,
That's one of my favorite players right now
yeah.
in the league. So I mean, me personally, if I was the coach, I would start her because I know she coming with that smoke,
I wouldn't be mad at that. I wouldn't be mad
right?
at
I
that.
know she coming with that smoke, but I
'Cause
know
you
the
need players to
politics
play a
side.
role.
I know the politics side to the game too, right? And so I wouldn't be
Nah, she
surprised if
started.
she's not starting.
No, she started. She has started talent, right? Because
Yeah, she
she's
does. She
probably
been starting
she yeah
for the Suns.
for the
So
Suns.
I
Yep,
love when I say that's one of my favorite. That's one of my favorite. The
yep.
buckle up. What she call it? Buckle up season.
Oh yeah, yeah. With the but look, so she got the size to guard all of the dynamic wings. So she if she was smaller, then I would say she probably gonna come off the bench. But her size and her ability allows her to be either a starter for you or somebody you bring off the bench. Yeah. Thank you for that. Whoever that was, you did it too fast. Thank you. Whoever answered that, Red and Milky Way. Thank you for that.
Hey, I'm surprised she's
Donna.
not playing. She overseas.
She might be one of the. She might be a wild card.
She probably
I
Her,
could
is.
her,
definitely
her,
see her
her
on the
wife,
lunar.
her
She
wife is
probably a
playing,
wild card.
so she might be. She might be.
Probably she decided that she wanted to take a break. You know, sometimes
Yeah, she been in the
players.
league what 50, is it 15 years now?
I don't know how long she been in there. I don't think she been in there 50 years because the league ain't been in for 50 years.
49.
Who been in the league for 49?
No, I say 15 years.
Oh, I thought you said 50 because I said
No, I said
I don't
15.
know the league being that long in it
I'm
been
about to
for
say, hold on. I'm about to say, hold on.
and
No,
I ain't
15.
finna be for disrespect. No player on this on any platform. No way. No, I don't know how long she been playing, but I know she been playing for a while. So, but she might
It
be
had to
that
be.
wild card. Who
It
knows?
had
She
to be
might be
because
on.
let me see.
She might pop up on
It had to be because
the FISA
the
team.
Wanda Bonner was in college with me.
Oh well, okay. I don't
Well,
know.
the
You know
Luna
more than I
squad
do.
needs another wing player, so you never know.
I do know that Caitlin says she not playing for the league. They did a ESPNW put it out that some sources said that she not doing that. She won't play golf.
You know who else could play? We ain't mentioned her yet.
Who?
That's if she don't go overseas. Gabby Williams.
That
Oh,
her too.
Gabby's
She probably
overseas.
going back overseas though.
Gabby's overseas.
She's overseas already. Okay.
Yeah, she in France.
Yeah. Hey Tony, it is. Yeah, she was in. I'm about to say because I remember she was in college with me when I was in college. She been in the league 15 years.
Oh, okay. You
Yeah,
know.
yeah, because she 2 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
All right, let's go to the other slide that we had up. Before we get to the last one, the vinyl and the rose. How you feel about these, Tony?
Jacob Pone,
I'm
Reddit
gonna
Milky Way.
start.
What's
I'm
up?
gonna start with Hamby, Howard, and Enrique, because why I say Howard and Hamby? They already Olympic champions. They've done this already, 3-3. So they already got the experience. Enrique, we know she can hit that three from anywhere when she gets warm up.
Mm. Yeah,
Red
I
Milky
mean,
Way.
I think Brooklyn had Aaliyah. Brooklyn, you had Aaliyah, huh?
Yeah, I'm starting to Leo. I mean, I
Yeah.
understand. Listen again. I'm not mad at what Tony's saying. That's actually smart what she said. That's great. That's a great way to think about it. The experience with Olympic basketball, but for me, I'm going talent over experience, and I just feel like Aaliyah Boston is a better player. So I'll start Aaliyah, but I wouldn't be mad at that lineup that Tony
Now I would just start with
said.
experience and then put in Aaliyah and
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. That's smart.
keep
That's
rotating the rest of them
right.
in. But
That's
the
that's
ones
smart.
that have the experience already, they've been to the Olympics, they've won championship already. So why wouldn't I start them?
Yeah, that's
And I
smart. I
know
ain't mad at that.
Enrique, once she's warmed up, she's gonna be hitting them threes from wherever. So
Yeah, yeah. I think a lot of it gonna come down to the coach's playing style. Like some of these coaches gonna want to play fast. Some of them gonna want to run heavy sets. Like
but
I think it's
and
really is,
Teaspoon
that's
is
what
the
it's really
coach
gonna
for
come
this
down
team.
to. Yeah,
Teaspoon.
Teaspoon is coaching Enrique them team.
Okay, so she might start different. I don't know, but me personally, I would start ones with the experience first, and
I
then
ain't
change
mad at
and
that.
then rotate out everybody else. So they can get a rest. But I'd rather have experience on there than
Now that
non
you think
experience.
about that, I can see that because Teaspoon is big on experience. I can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I ain't mad at that at all.
I would put the experienced ones out there first. Let them get some points in, and then you know change out with Aaliyah and everybody else after that. But Hamby got the experience. Howard, she's been doing. Howard's been doing this for how long? Hamby just started it not for this Olympic, and
No.
Enrique.
Hamby had she did it before, and they went and got her again.
Okay,
Yeah, yeah, just
because
Yeah,
what's her name got hurt? What's that girl?
yeah,
From Sparks. Cameron
Brink.
Brink. Yeah.
yeah. Brink, yeah.
So I would start those with experience first, and then hey, rotate everybody else.
I ain't mad at that at all.
Now that
But
I
I'll
think
switch it
about
up
it,
for the
I'm
next
thinking about the
game.
coaches now.
But I'll switch it out for the
Warren
next
Field
game
Handy
though.
when he was with the Lakers, I could see him starting Jewel Lord and Rakia. Cause he even when he was with the South Bay Lakers, he likes that small ball ISO guard kind of play. I could see him starting Jewel Lord and Rakia, but I just wanted to say that.
Okay.
Well, the way I'm thinking about it, for all of these teams, I'm gonna always go with talent first. But if you're thinking about it with strategy, I'm not mad at like what Tony said with Dejanay, and then on this team with De'Erica, because Tony is thinking about it more from a strategic lineup, and I ain't mad at that. I'm thinking about it more of who's the best players, talent wise. But I'm not mad at the there's two again. It's two ways. It's more than one way to figure out these lineups, right? So I ain't mad at it.
Because you had who you had Stewie, Jewel, and Rakia.
Yep, I'm going
Okay.
with talent.
Yeah, and again, the coaches like their coaching style gonna really depend on these lineups. Like, 'cause sometimes like their coaching style it kind of supersedes like the actual talent because the way they wanted to look.
Yeah. Like on the Rose one, they got that coach. She's a players develop. She develops players for the
Yeah,
Rose.
Miss Henry. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't even know why they didn't just make her a coach for this. Was it Sparks she's with?
Who she was with the Sparks, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure if she's still on with them or not. I'm not sure.
'Cause I'm saying she was on their coaching staff, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't understand why they didn't make her a coach, but hey.
Hey, some are just meant to be development
Oh,
coaches.
that's a good name, Superfly J. Ariel Atkins. You're right. That's a good name. That might be somebody that's one of the last two.
I ain't think about her.
Yeah, that's a good name. I like her.
Oh,
Ah,
Atkins is good too.
Yeah,
yeah.
Atkins is
She
good
would
good.
name.
she
Atkins
would do
coaches for
very
Michigan.
well.
Aerial coaches for Michigan.
I
I'm not
would
sure.
I wouldn't be mad at Odyssey Sims for this too.
I'm not sure if Atkins
I'm
is
surprised
playing.
they didn't get her yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad at Odyssey Sims.
I thought
Can y'all hear me?
I thought she would have signed up already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
get
can hear
who is
you,
that?
bro.
Be well. We can hear you, Brody. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Ariel Atkins. I know last year she was assistant coach for Michigan, so I'm not sure. I haven't really looked it up to see if that's what she's doing now, but I think that could be why she's not in it.
Mm.
It's a good name though. I like that name. Her and Odyssey. I like those two names. So we'll see.
She wasn't playing overseas.
Who Odyssey?
No, Ariel Atkins.
Right. I don't know. He said she was coaching.
I'm talking about because day season is like opposite.
I'm sorry. Are y'all talking about Unrivaled? I'm sorry. I'm just popping in. I don't even know where y'all at.
No, you were talking when who you were talking about Ariel Atkins coaching.
Yeah, were y'all still talking about the possible wild cards for Unrivaled, or y'all talking about something else?
We're talking
That's what
about
they were talking
Unrivaled.
about. They was
Yeah,
they
wild
were
card.
talking about
Yeah.
the wild card.
Yeah, yeah. So I like that name too, but I think that might be why she might be at Michigan as an assistant coach.
Okay, yeah, so she probably not. Yeah, yeah, Bree. That's what I thought. I thought Ariel was. I thought she was overseas. Okay, I thought I was tripping. I was like, I remember her being overseas. Okay, so Bree said, yeah, she is overseas. So she probably like is she be weird? Is she like one of like the developmental scouting coaches?
You know, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
I just heard during the season, watching their games, a couple times they mentioned that that's what she did in the offseason last year, and then
yeah.
for me, it piqued my ears because I'm a Michigan man. So
Right. Yeah, because a lot of times that's what they do. They offer you to like come back on like the coaching staff, and they give you that developmental scouting role where you go meet the recruits and you work out with the players after practice, and they kind of like just put you on the coaching staff. But like you can still go bounce back and forward. Like you'll miss some games, be there some games because you're probably still playing overseas or something like that. So that's what she's probably doing.
So be well. I don't think you was here for this one. What's your thoughts on this one, Brody?
so big three. If I'm gonna go back and look at how we started the conversation before, big three for the vinyl. I got Enrique, Aaliyah, and probably Jordan. I mean, probably Ryan. Probably Ryan. But I think Jordan might be a better fit because she's a true point guard. Hamby and Burrell. Burrell is again another just an athlete. You know what I mean? She's gonna give you a lot of hustle, uh, great defense, athleticism, and she can shoot. She wasn't real consistent this past year, but she can shoot the three too. And then we know what De'Aaron is going to bring you. So I would say if I'm picking the starting five, it's probably going to be Enrique, Aaliyah, and between Jordan and Ryan, I'd probably go with Ryan. But man, I don't know. That's a tough one. But as far as the roles, the point guard, of course, Kai and Angel. That's going to be the starters. We just get it out of the way right now. That's the starting five right there for the roles. And then
That's my pick too. It'd be Chelsea, Hopper, and Reese.
What's good, Sister Noble? Sister Noble, join the chat. We want some more ladies, man. We
Hey,
want to hear the
sister.
ladies' opinion. Hit the link, Sister Noble. What about the bench players? What you got on the bench players, B? What you think about them?
Lexi Hall gonna give you good defense. Not great, good defense, but a whole lot of hustle. She's gonna be all over the court for however long
She's
she.
gonna get some extra boards. Her and Angel gonna get some extra rebounds. You know that for a fact.
Yep. And
And
Angel.
Brittany Sykes and Angel gonna lock up. And Kalia. We know
Yep.
that for a fact. It's gonna be a good defensive rebounding team.
This is a solid team. This is a solid team. My only for me, the only weak link on this team is Azure because we don't know what she's gonna bring. She can shoot the three, but she's not as big as tall as she is. She's not a rim protector. She can get bullied in the post if it goes there. So
Another thing that me and Zoe noticed, B Will and Tony, is that they really don't have a secondary playmaker on this team. So the playmaking is gonna have to come from Kalia and Angel when Chelsea sits down.
Brittany Sykes is a playmaker. She can be a playmaker.
No, she could
Brittany's
play make. We know
good.
she could play make, but we took them out to the level of a Chelsea. Like it's gonna be a drop off, right?
Oh,
Like you know,
my question is, if you sit Chelsea, who's a point guard, who's going to take her position as point guard?
it's gonna be Brittany. She plays the point as well, but Brittany isn't like a. She's more of a two-way lockdown defender point guard opposed to a playmaking point guard.
Okay.
Yeah. But Brittany Sykes' defense is really good. She has Dejanay
Hey,
Carrington.
Brooklyn, I'm gonna be right back. 2 minutes.
All right, Brody. Brittany Sykes, if y'all don't know much about, she has that Dejanay Carrington type of defense.
Yeah, she's very good. I watched her when they were playing with the Washington. She's very good.
Yeah, she one of those.
She's still magnet. Her and Jordan Canada, they still magnets. The ball.
And
They don't give
Zora
it the ball.
Stevens, she is good too. She just didn't get much playing time. I think she was like injured or something like that. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
but
she was injured to start the season.
Right. When she did come on the team and play, she really showed out there. So she's a good player.
Who you talking about?
Didn't she do All-Star? Was she on the All-Star?
No, I don't think so. She talking about Zara Stevens.
No,
yeah. I'm not sure she's a previous All-Star. I don't think so, but she's a good player. She's just lighting the butt to me. Like,
and then also
defense.
Also, she's a UConn. She come from that UConn UConn lineage, so she got that pedigree. Like I said, she's not a dominant big. That's not her game, but she can stretch the floor.
But see, they got all these developer coach. I think what Nafisa was saying, that they purposely did that so that these players can improve their game. So
exactly, and that's what I like about it, because not only is it entertainment for us, it's development for them.
Yeah,
so I like that.
Yeah, I have faith in her. She's young and she's 6'6", so I think she can do well.
No, absolutely. And I think I like her for this team because, like I was saying earlier, people forget that Angel's 6'3", right? The way she plays, people sometimes think Angel is 6'4", 6'5". So it's going to be times where Angel is going to be out there with, like, say, a Brittany Griner, and she's going to need somebody taller, even though Zara is not, like, a dominant person. You can't teach size. So Angel is gonna need that size out there to help her out. And then the good thing about Zara is Zoya can shoot the three. So she's gonna be able to space the floor for Angel.
Yep.
But this is a good team. I'm not mad about the team that Angel's on. This is a very good team.
I really like this team. Like I said,
I was concerned at one point when they were switching around everybody, and I was like, "Oh Lord, please don't let them switch out."
I didn't realize it till just now, looking at Lexi Hall and Brittany Sykes and Kalia Copper but I didn't realize how good this team is defensively, right? With Angel, this is a really good defensive team and rebounding team. So I'm excited to see like what they're gonna do in that
and
front.
We already
right?
know Angel can handle Hamby. If they were playing against each other, Angel can handle Hamby.
Listen, Hamby and Boston. Angel and Boston been going at it since college, so
yeah, and she in Boston, she can handle Boston too. So
man, and then she got
that dog in her. So I love her. I love
and I know, hey Tony, I know you're gonna love this. Now she got a guard that knows how to get her the ball, right?
Oh yeah,
and then she got a star next to her. She got a star next to her that likes to play defense and score. So this is a good team.
Yeah. That's why they call her the point guard.
Right, exactly.
I saw somebody in the comments, I think it was in Seth's channel earlier, that was saying Angels team is the worst team. It's the second to the worst team in the league. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, they haters.
I think
listen to that.
I mean,
Uh,
everybody got to have their favorite, but in my opinion, I think all of these teams is even.
Yeah.
I don't look at one team saying, "Yo, that team is super overpowered." Like every team has certain things better than others. Like even if you look at the vinyl and the rose, right? I think the vinyl has better one-on-one players on it, right?
the only
But then you
thing
look
Vital has is experience, and that's the only thing that I get.
experience. But they also,
And
if you look at Enrique's game and Ryan Howe, even a Leah Boston game in the post, they have really good one-on-one players, right?
yeah,
But if
Yeah.
you look at the Rose got a lot of good two-way players. You get
they
what
do.
I'm saying? So it's like,
Yep.
I like this slide. Who did you do this slide?
Prince did it.
so
So,
Prince did it. Yeah,
You did this, Prince?
he said he'd be right back.
Oh, I like
Yeah,
how
but Prince did it. Yeah, he did a good job at the
yeah.
presentation.
yeah. Did y'all go through the last two teams?
What's the last
No,
two?
no, no. This is just that's why I had asked you to jump in. We only this is second. This is only the second team. So you didn't miss much. Like you already gave your opinion on the first one, and then this is the second one, and we've been here since.
I mean,
Hopefully.
it
I'm
should be
excited to
fun.
watch this game. I'm really excited. I was trying to see if I could get them tickets, but boy, their tickets went out in 30 minutes.
Oh wow.
Is it true that they like
The
$1,500 a pop?
pre-tickets, they went out in three and third. I'm hoping they have, because I was looking to see if they had a VIP one, but I don't
Is
know.
is it true the tickets are like $1,500?
Not that's all.
Because so I was on again. I was listening to the session J Spot,
Hmm.
and then I haven't had time to research it myself. But it was saying that like the venue that they're playing at is a studio, so it's only like 850 seats, and the ticket prices are like $1,500. That's what I that's what I was getting.
Wow.
What I'm hoping is because I think I know they trying to pay everybody, so that they can have a really good contract. But I'm hoping that this makes money so that next year we can actually get 5-on-5 play. I don't know if they even have a desire to do 5-on-5 play, but I would love to see this expand into 5-on-5.
I don't know. I think if you open up 5-on-5, then it competes with the W. And I don't know if that's something they're
I
trying to
don't
do.
I don't I don't necessarily think so because to me, the way I look at this, and I'm just saying how I look at it, right? I'm not saying that I'm right, but the way I look at it is this is more so off season. This is like a off season thing for them to one stay in shape and work on their game, so that when they get back to the W, they in shape and they can have some new tools in a bag. So I look at this more of like a development league, if it makes sense. That they just
Yeah,
getting paid good
that's
money
what
for.
that's what Fee said when they did an interview with her. That was that's what their intentions were, to develop these players.
Because if
So
you look at the men's league, they don't have a league like this in the off season. But what the men do is they have a lot of off season runs, and they meet up. They meet up in LA. They meet up in certain places, and it be
uh,
like they play 5-on-5. They play they play pickup basketball. You get what
I'm
I'm
is
saying?
it
just
So this
three?
is
Is
basic.
it 3 by 3 or is it 5 by 5?
it's 3-by-3.
Yeah, this is three
Oh,
on three.
So that's what I'm saying, Brooklyn. Like if they open it up to 5-on-5 and they paying, you know, uh almost like for low tier salaries, they paying double what doubling, sometimes more than double what the W is paying. Then they become, and Unrivaled becomes the league, and the W becomes, something else, right? So that's it, because I'm thinking about growth. Like it's 16s now, but then you open it up. If it's successful and then it grows, and you open it up to 5-on-5. It's like, okay, well, what's really going on?
Well,
Because then,
I like
then the Eclipse is Athletes Unlimited.
right.
hey,
I
I
look at it
I
two
think
ways.
Unrivaled taking over from the W if the W can't get it together.
But look, I look at it two ways, right? I look at it. I think the W salary is going up. What is going up to, I don't know, but I think after the CBA, the salary should go up for everybody. So that should take care of that. And then secondly, think about it like this. You know how they have the in season tournament?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Be well. This is more like an out of season tournament to me. You get what I'm saying? It's just like it's just something in the summertime for them to work on their games or stay competitive. Earn a living so they don't got to go overseas. Because you got to realize men's basketball is different than women's basketball, right? Like in men's basketball, they get paid enough where they don't have to go overseas or play in multiple leagues. But in women's basketball, they have this option now where it's like they in Miami, right? They get to have a good time in Miami, but they also get to work on their game together and come together. It's almost like me and you was in the league, be well, we train together. Like we train and we working out, we getting better together. That's what this is like for those girls. Like the 30-something girls are there, they all they competing against each other, but they also helping each other get better.
Yeah, 100%. But like, so for me, like again, like I'm thinking about the growth of it. So if it's gonna stay that, then there has to be a cap, right? And so that's the only reason I'm talking about is because we were talking about opening it up to 5-on-5, and because I think they're already like one of the things that they want to see happen is that, from my understanding, one of the things that they want to see happen is like right now it's 6 teams and the whole season is played in Miami, but from what I understand, that what they want to see is cities take over, like, or ownerships, move those teams to different cities so they can take the show on the road. You know what I mean? And
I mean,
so,
that'd be cool, but
That'd be
the
smart.
the only reason why I mentioned 5-on-5 is just because I feel like for me, again, I'm being selfish. For me as a fan, I would prefer to watch 5-on-5 basketball than 3-on-3 basketball. So if they let's just say a year or two, they say, you know what, we doing 5-on-5 now, I'll be much more excited to watch. Like I'm gonna watch it now regardless, just because I'm new to WNBA and I'm excited to see as much, women's basketball as I can. So I'm gonna watch it. But if it was 5-on-5, I'll be much more invested as a fan. So that's why I was saying that personally.
no, I feel the same way. I'm more invested in 5-on-5 too. Again, like I said, I'm just concerned about, all right, what's the growth cap, right? Because at a certain point, do you is do you want to compete with the W for being the league? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't think they should unless they want to. Like unless they feel like, you know what, we tired of this shit. We want to compete, but I think they should just do their own thing. I feel like there's enough space for both of them to exist. Is what I'm saying. I don't
Okay.
feel like one need to eclipse the other. But if they feel like, you know what, we tired of the W and we want to do our own thing, more power to them.
I mean, and realistically, both things are going to depend on viewership. Are people watching?
Exactly. And I feel like more people is interested in 5-on-5 than 3-on-3. So I think if they stay 3-on-3, I'm not mad at it. Do your thing. I'm gonna still support. But I just feel like it'll be much more entertaining to see a second league, right? In the off season of 5-on-5 basketball. I would love to see that eventually.
Yep.
That'd be fun. That'd be fun to watch.
Because like you said, and I don't know how much they
Imagine when
get paid or
Paige
how
takes
it
over.
works.
Let's say Paige Bucker, Paige next year. Ooh,
Exactly. Page added to it. And be well. I don't know how much they get paid or how it works, but even athletes unlimited is 5-on-5 basketball,
Mm-hmm.
and it's fun to watch. Right in the off season, it gives you something to watch. I'm excited. I'm still excited for that whenever it starts up. After this is over, I'm gonna be looking for athletes unlimited.
When does that season start up? Do you know?
I'm not sure, but I think it's just before the WNBA. So I'm not sure exactly when. Um, I could look that up, or somebody could look it up, Google it. But I think their season starts in just before the WNBA season.
Okay.
Like I said, I don't know if you heard me earlier.
It's
I
unlimited.
don't, I don't know if you heard me earlier, but that's how I found out about Alicia Gray because I went there as a new Chicago Sky fan. I went there to see Isabel Harrison to see what she can do.
Okay.
And through watching that, I was able to see Natasha Cloud because she played in it. I was able to see Odyssey Sims. I was able to see Alicia Gray. That's who I was like, oh shit, she gets busy. Like, okay, Alicia's one of the ones. Not the only one I felt like that about, but she was,
Mm-hmm.
she was definitely one of them. So I was able to see a bunch of these different players who play in the W and Athletes Unlimited. I was like, okay, these girls is good.
Y'all finished with this slide?
Oh yeah, we waiting for you to move on, brother. We've been here way too long.
Hey, hey. The wifey just got home, man. I had to go make sure she was good.
I ain't mad at you, but that's why you gotta have B Will as your
Man,
coach.
look, hey, you see B will be in and out. B will be popping up, popping back out.
Hey, look.
Hey B Will, I'm
B
gonna
will
need
be
you to
going
take
run to
on
the
the
stove.
co-manager role, B Will. Come on now.
B will be going run to the stove.
Right. And look, I wanted to tease him because as he talking to us, I hear him eating. I'm like, damn, you ain't bringing enough for everybody.
Look, I had my wife would be home soon, so I had to go make sure I got food for her. She's doing the fellowship, so she in school. So
I ain't mad at you, man. That come first.
I take care of home.
That
Gotta
comes first.
take care of home first. Gotta take care of home.
Who want to go first? Are we gonna let the lady go first? Or we doing?
Miss Tony could go first. So Miss Tony, we got Phantom Basketball Club. We can start with them first. Everybody get their take on them, and then we can move to the Laces.
Ooh, this is another good one. I'm a bench Mabry, right.
She did thought cut bench right off the bat.
Off the bat, she didn't even do the third lineup yet.
Go ahead, sit down. You sit down. You can sit this one
I'm
down.
surprised she ain't say I'm a cut Mabry.
No, I'm not gonna cut her, but she's not gonna start. That's one thing she's not gonna do. See, you guys got some good players. See, I put Tiffany in there because she's a hustler and she's good at defense.
And she got 3-on-3 experience.
Satu,
And Tiffany can score a little bit.
yeah,
Too.
and Satu, definitely gonna put Satu. Um, Jackie or Griner. Yeah, big girl can sit down for a while. And probably start with Jackie. So be
So recap that. You
Saliby,
said Jackie, Satu, and who? And Tiffany?
and Hayes, Saliby, and Young.
Got you.
Yeah. Or you can put Griner. It really don't matter.
I mean, it's your lineup. You ain't no wrong answers. This is how you feel.
Yeah, I'd play. I'd start off with because you're gonna need a big still. That's the problem. You're gonna need a big. Mm.
I
So
mean, I go next.
you got Griner and Hayes. You got Griner and Mabry off the bench.
Yeah, because you're gonna need a big still. And
I ain't mad at that.
yeah, because she just tall and whatever. I put probably Griner, Satu, and Hayes, and then make Young come in and rotate with Young and Mabry, depending on whoever their wild card is. Probably just use a wild card and sit Mabry down. Because I'm not in the mood to see if today we get the money Mabry or the whatever.
All right, I'll go next.
Mabry.
So
She's
for
not
me,
consistent. She's not consistent for me. That's my problem. She's not consistent for me.
Yeah, she's better in that. She's better in that
he's
6-man
not
role.
consistent for me either. I agree with you. So for me, I go next. I'm going with Jackie Young, Satu, and Brittany. Jackie Young is gonna be my ball handler. Satu can handle the ball a little bit too, score it. out there. And the good thing about Brittany is Brittany added that 3-point shot to a game, so she don't got to just be stuck under the rim. But the reason why I want Brittany starting for me is because it ain't really no rebounders on this team. So I'm gonna need Brittany to get some boards for me.
Yeah.
Protect that rim, intimidate some people. So I'm gonna need Brittany out there. And then I'm gonna have Mabry and Tiffany coming off the bench. If Mabry's making threes, she can stay out there long. If not, she can sit down. And Tiffany, I feel like Tiffany's gonna bring bring
Yeah.
that dog
That's
off
a
the
dog.
bench.
That's what I love about Tiffany, man, because she be all over the floor, man. Tiffany is there. She a dog. She'll fight for that ball.
Mhm. Yeah, so that's gonna be my lineup.
What about you, B Will?
Yeah, Tip is all dog all day. That's all she know. So for me, like I don't know. I think it depends. I think they're gonna have to work that out in practice because between Jackie and Tip, who starts, because really it's like pick one to me because I think Tip is probably gonna play harder nose defense. I think for me, what I saw over the course of the season is that Jackie's defense kind of went down. She got a little bit lazy. I don't know if it was the Olympics and she was tired or whatever, but Tip was playing better defense to me.
Yeah, they said she was hurt from
Oh,
the.
really?
She
Well,
was hurt. She was some injury that nobody wanted to talk about, but she was hurting from the Olympics.
Yeah, she did not look the same coming back from Olympics.
she didn't.
My question though to you, be Will, and to really everybody on the panel, because this team don't really have a guard. You feel like Tiffany Hayes could? Because I know I've seen Jackie Young play guard for the Aces. You feel like Tiffany Young could play that point guard position?
Yeah, if you give her the opportunity, yeah, I think she could. She has it in her.
Okay, because she's more of a wing to me than
And
a
they had
guard.
played the
She's a two.
bench players, and they had left Tiffany out there with them. I think she was playing the point guard at one point.
Okay,
Yeah,
So
so I think
better. You feel like she plays the point guard better than Jackie Young though?
nah.
so for me, like this question is almost loaded because neither one of them is a point guard. I think they used Jackie as a point guard when Chelsea was out because you can't trust Kelsey Plum to be a floor general. You can't do it. She proved it. So for me, like I think Tip Hayes is such a veteran. She's been doing it for so long, and she has 3-on-3 experience. I think that's why for me, I'm going to probably go with Tip as my
Okay,
starter.
I was just
Yeah,
asking. I ain't mad at it. I was just
yeah.
asking.
So I'm gonna have Tip, Satu, and probably man, it's between Griner and Jackie. I think you're right. We need some rebounding, but I don't know about. It's gonna be such a quick pace. I don't know
Because
about.
Ryder's not a rebounder. She'll run, leave that ball. She's not going to be going for that ball like that. I've never seen her do a rebound.
And I
She's
don't.
always
But
running away
she's
from it.
6'9". But I don't see her. What I don't see is like it's gonna be a quick, fast pace. I don't see her running the floor like that.
Yeah.
So I think that's why I would probably start Satu, Jackie, and Tip, and then I'm gonna go back to this. So for me, not starting Marina Mabry is not a day on Marina Mabry. I think she showed that she's better off the bench, right? She's better coming in, heating up, right?
Yeah,
Because
she's a good role player. You just
yeah,
tell her what she needs to do and she'll go do it.
but Prince,
Yeah, I
I'm
got
gonna go
Jackie
back
Young.
to
I got Jackie Young as the point guard for this team.
that made me
I got
so. I'm gonna go back
yeah.
to it. A lot is going to me. A lot is going to depend on who that wild card is.
I mean, obviously, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. We
But
got
I think,
we can only talk about what's in front of us.
yeah, and I think the issue with this team not starting Jackie Young and not starting Brittany Griner is glaring, right? Because if you take Brittany Griner off the team, it's going to be certain teams that's going to take advantage of this team on the boards. We
And
know
she's
that.
gonna
They
have
just
30 rebounds.
exactly, and then the same thing with Jackie Young. If you take Jackie Young out the starting lineup, I'm not saying Tiffany Hayes can't defend, but the type
She's
of
not a playmaker.
defender, right? But look, the type of defender Jackie Young is, I want her out there on those Enrique's and on those Drew Lloyds, and then on the other end, the playmaking, the ability she has to playmake. To me, she's the best playmaker on this team. So that's why I said to me, those two kind of have to be out there. And then you got Satu to fill it out for me. And that's why I feel like that has to be the lineup, right? With this, only because this is not a team how we seen some of the teams we just looked at that had multiple players that could play a position. This team, literally, you only got one player. Like, there's only one player that could do what Brittany does. It ain't even another player you could replace her with. And the same thing with Jackie. Jackie does so many things offensively and defensively for you that if you don't put her out there, who's gonna make that up for you? You get because like you could put Marina out there, she could play make, but she's not gonna play make like Jackie play make, and she definitely not gonna defend like Jackie. And then you could put Tiffany Hayes out there. Tiffany Hayes may could play some defense, probably not as good as Jackie Young, and she definitely not gonna play make as good as Jackie Young. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, to me, Jackie and Brittany literally have to be out there. And it's like really who you want to be out there with those two. I say obviously Satu Sabri.
Yeah, for me, the only definite is Satu.
Yeah, I would start that too. I mean, that's not even no brainer right there. I would start that too.
And then
Yeah.
Satu is such a unicorn that she's gonna do it all for you. She's gonna play make a little bit for you. She's gonna rebound a little bit for you, and she's gonna score for you. And people, I haven't seen it, so I can't say it, but people say her defense is pretty solid, so she's gonna defend a little bit for you.
Who,
So
Satu?
she's yeah.
Yeah, Satu can guard.
Okay, I'm not saying she can't. I can't say that for myself definitively yet, but that's what I'm hearing from people. People saying she could guard, so she a unicorn. She's gonna do everything for you.
She can't. I think her defense wasn't so great this season because I don't think she was really
Yeah, she was coming back
100%
from
in
injury.
shape.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we'll see.
yeah. I don't listen. I'm not saying she can't defend. I don't like to say things that other people say if I didn't see it with my own eyes. You feel me? Like that's all I'm saying. That's what I'm hearing. People saying she could defend, so I ain't mad at it. I'm just saying I haven't seen it with my own eyes just yet, so I can't say it definitively for myself. But that's what I'm hearing. Everybody saying she could defend.
Yeah, before we move on to the Phantom, to the Laces, for the Phantom, I got Jackie Young, my playmaker. Satu, she's my go-to bucket, and Brittany Griner, she's just protecting the paint. I mean, even without the rebounding, you take her off the floor, it's a freeway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So like,
exactly.
she intimidates guards. Like, she makes them think, should I go in there or should I pass this off? So it's all about that one split decision could be the difference between a shot going in or a turnover. So I'm always keep it big in the middle. Tiffany Hayes, I'm definitely bringing her in if the team is playing kind of you bring Tiffany Hayes in immediately when the team starts playing lackadaisical. You bring Tiffany Hayes in because she's a firecracker on offense and defense, because she's more of a bucket getter than a facilitator. Like when your team's kind of like sluggish, they don't really look like they got it today, you bring Tiffany Hayes in. And Marina Mabry, when you need a bucket and nobody can throw a quarter in the ocean, you just bring Mabry in and see what she got that day. That's how I'm looking at it. And whoever the wild cards, honestly, for me, I'm not even focused on the wild cards, be Will, because I'm just thinking whoever the wild cards are, I don't think they're gonna have a real impact. Like, because I can't think of nobody out there that could be a difference right now. That's not overseas, already on the teams.
On this particular team, though, Zoe, the wild card will make a huge difference because it's two players they could get, two types of players that they really lacking. They could either get a secondary guard or a secondary big, right? Because
they do need another big.
Without Brittany Griner, this team don't have no big on it.
They do need another. Yeah, because Satu, she that ain't really her specialty.
Yeah, she's tall, but she's not like a banger. So they could get another rebounder type, like what's that? She's not even that big, but that girl in Phoenix, that dark skin girl, I don't know her name, which I know I'm talking about, the one that come off the bench. She played with Brittany. Huh?
Natasha Mack.
Yeah, so somebody like that might make an impact on this team, right? Like she's a hustle player, right? You-
Yeah.
and
Cause
Britt, like I
Satu's
said,
6'4".
and
Satu's
look,
6'4", but she don't bang like that.
but look, Natasha Mack might be really good for this team because which I said about Brittany might not want to run that much. So you could start Brittany and then sit it down, play Natasha Mack most of the minutes, and then bring Brittany back. Because Brittany, another thing that when Zoe was going over everything she do, another thing she does is at 6'9", she's gonna get you a couple easy buckets. You get what I'm saying? So it's like it's end of the game.
100%.
You just want to. You need one more point to win or whatever. Throw the ball down to Brittany, just get an easy layup real quick. You know what I
Because
mean?
look,
So Natasha Mack might actually be a good pickup for this team
because
or
Brooklyn
somebody like that.
in this league is Brittany Griner, and that's it. Ain't no 6'7s in this league.
Yeah.
It's
So
6'9"
So
and
she's
6'4.
gonna be getting easy buckets.
It's 6'9" and 6'4. That's a huge difference.
Yeah, she's gonna be getting easy buckets.
What Brianna Jones at? She overseas?
Brianna Jones too heavy for this league.
You think so?
Now
You wrong
it
for
might
that.
be good for her because she might drop some weight, but
Is he be real?
I mean,
I'm just saying.
Aaliyah Boston, pretty big.
Yeah, the court ain't that. I mean,
Aaliyah
You
ain't big.
wrong for that, man.
Brittany
Aaliyah ain't
Griner
big
ain't
like
no.
Bree.
Brittany Griner don't run.
Aaliyah ain't big like Bree.
Yeah, you so wrong for that.
Hey, you got to be careful talking about how big women is, man.
How much you talking about in terms of basketball, man?
No,
That's all.
I know. It's just
Man.
That's it.
Y'all be careful because them players be be watching y'all and
that's
listening.
a fact. Imagine Bree watching this. She heard.
Listen, I don't mean
She
it.
could be sitting. Hey, Zoe. She could be sitting there with Dejanay right now.
Hey, be
She
well.
too
Watch your
big
mouth
for this
now. Watch
league.
your mouth now, be well.
Hey, that
Watch your
wasn't
mouth
Brooklyn.
now.
Hey, that wasn't Brooklyn '80s baby who said that. I didn't say that.
Hey,
Look,
Jack didn't say
I
that
didn't.
either.
The question was,
I'm
where is
wrong for
Bree?
that.
The question was, where is Bree? I didn't answer. I didn't say she was sitting on the couch eating cake and ice cream.
But
I didn't
listen,
say that.
Now you
hey,
see, you
be
gotta take it
Will.
to another
I
level
kept
now.
it
But look,
basketball.
be Will. Looking at the other team, Stephanie Dawson is kind of big. She big.
For
She big.
real, she on there too.
But
That's
Big
what I'm
Steph
saying.
tried.
Like, what
If
Brianna Jones at?
you watch Big Steph tries to run. She runs as much as she can. She does. She runs the floor pretty well for her size.
The so-called Big Mama.
Yeah.
I think if Stephanie Dawson and Aaliyah Boston could play. I think Bree Jones could play.
That's what I'm saying. Cause she ain't Bree Jones. She ain't like slow.
Is Bree Jones overseas?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm looking right now. But
Maybe
I know she was a little
be
banged
number
up though.
34. Maybe she'll be number 34.
I know she was a little banged up though in that
35,
series.
36.
Hey, I'm looking at the chat, yo. B Will don't got no filter. Yo.
No,
she
I'm
too
telling you,
big
man,
for this
none
league.
whatsoever.
What about Tina Charles? She overseas?
Tina Charles could be a good player for this league too.
Yeah, she overseas. She must be overseas. She probably just because she is a veteran player. She probably resting.
And I think Tina Charles and Jonquel Jones, they the best true centers in the league.
Now JJ
If she's healthy,
JJ on leave. She in the Bahamas right now. They celebrating her for her from the win.
two names that just came to mind. If she's healthy, I wouldn't mind seeing Elizabeth Williams added, and then also NECA.
I'm surprised NECA not in it already.
For real. But she another veteran. A lot of them probably resting, man.
Yeah, it could be.
A lot of them probably resting.
But they got some veterans in here. You got BG. I think Alyssa Thomas been in the league for a little while, right? It's some vets in this league.
She a vet.
Who, Alyssa Thomas?
Yeah.
Yeah, she considered a vet. Yeah.
I'm not sure when she came out. Was she contemporaries with Asia, like a year up or down? A year
They
before, a
all
year
in that. They all in that same class.
after? Okay.
All right, so y'all want me to start off on the laces?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
All right, on the laces. Let me take a look at this
Hold on,
team.
baby.
I ain't think about it yet. So this is an interesting one because do I want to start Alyssa at the 3 or the 2? I want to play small ball. Start Alyssa at the 3 and bring Stephanie off the bench. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna start Alyssa Thomas along with Kayla and Kelsey. And then I'm gonna have Courtney Williams, Kate Martin, and Steph off my bench.
Now, to me, this team is the biggest question mark because I don't know how they all play together myself. I really don't.
Well, the good thing I like about this team is being that we know Alyssa is one of the best playmakers at her size. You got Kelsey that could now play the 2, and Kayla just, she do what she do. Alyssa's your point guard. The question mark is how she's going to be able to board. So at 6'2", as long as she could board, you might have to put Steph out there in some games because of the size of whoever she's going against. But as long as she could board with whoever's out there, now you got 2 scorers next to her.
But they lacking major stuff when it comes to size. Major.
Right. This is another one where that's where Steph Dawson is going to be useful at, right?
She's a role player. Steph Dawson is a role. We had this discussion
No, we
before.
talking about just size. We talking about just able to match up with somebody that's 6'5", right? Because I think Alyssa Thomas, if I'm
She
not
can't match
mistaken, is,
if they were playing against Brittany, she would never match up with Brittany.
yeah, probably not Brittany. Brittany's a wild card.
She played with
Yeah,
Brittany.
ain't too many could
Brittany
match up with her.
Brittany
Yeah,
was
Brittany's a
almost
wild card. But we just talking about the help because I think if I'm not mistaken, Alyssa's 6'2", right?
See, let me tell you something about Alyssa. Let me tell you something about Alyssa height. No way she's 6'2". That's no.
You think she's over?
There's 1,000 pictures. The one about her is 6'4", maybe, and she towers over Alyssa Thomas. That ain't no 2-inch difference. No,
Right.
either she not 6'4" or Alyssa Thomas not 6'2". She like at her nose.
I mean, no, they do that because they were saying
they say she's
that-
6'2".
they were
She's not
saying
6'2".
no. Listen, they do that. They lie about height, right? Because they were
Because
saying
of the position.
Alyssa Pilley is listed at, I believe, 6'1" or 6'2", but they said her real height is 5'10".
Yeah, like no way. I've seen 1,000 pictures, even on the court when she's standing next to DeWanna Bonner. Like, go Google it. Like she literally at like her nose.
I knew they did that in the
6'2",
men's
right?
game. I didn't know they did that in the women's game.
Yeah, no way she's 6'2". No
Angel
way.
6'2", right?
Huh?
Angel 6'2", right?
Angel
Angel
6'3".
6'3". You could
6'3".
say 6'2",
Yeah, Angel a little
6'3" ish.
bit big over her too when they were playing each other.
Yeah, she looks small next to Angel.
Yeah, that's a fact. That is true. But again, that brings us back to the conversation. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Steph Dawson, isn't she like 6'3", 6'4"?
Steph Dawson, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure her height, but I think that's her value to this team,
I
though.
know she's
Because
a role player. That's what I know.
no, right, but
You put her in.
She could be a role player, but you can't teach height. The same thing we were saying about Azura Stevens for Angel, right? You can't teach height, regardless of how good you think Azura Stevens is. She's 6'6", right? So it's the same thing with Stephanie Dawson. Regardless if you think she's a role player or not, she could shoot the ball, so she can stretch the floor. That helps Courtney Williams out. I mean, that helps Alyssa Thomas out because she's not much of a shooter, and she's tall, so she'll be able to help get some boards. Because Alyssa at her size, she's gonna get boards. Alyssa Thomas is gonna get bored, but
She like
she's
Charles
still
Barkley.
exactly.
So
but she's
you
still
do
small.
Thomas,
She can't match up with bigger players though.
so you do Thomas, Dawson, and Mike Bucket.
No, yeah, you could definitely, however you want to play with the lineup, you could play with. First of all of these lineups, depending on the matchup, could
And
change,
not
right?
Courtney. You wouldn't put Courtney as starting? Because
You
Courtney
could. You
starting.
could. Me personally, I wouldn't. I would start Kayla and Kelsey, but I wouldn't be mad at Courtney starting. You could
Yeah.
definitely
Hey,
start
hey, y'all,
Courtney.
check this out. Check this out. Does this look like a 2-inch difference? Like, stop it, man. No way because they got the Wanda Bonner listed at 6'4".
Look, they said the girl is 6'2". I'm going by what they said.
No way.
Unless you tell me something different.
She might be 6'6", 6'1".
Y'all silly.
Yeah, really for real.
Y'all silly.
Stop it, man.
Oh, Zoe, you wasn't here. Tony complimented your presentation earlier.
Which one?
Your slides.
Just how it looks. She thought it looks good.
Oh, yeah. I come with it. I gotta come correct. So when my followers, my subscribers do get up, they know it's professional over here. So I just like to stay clean. But appreciate it. Thank you, Tony.
No problem.
Brooklyn, you did your starting lineup for the Laces?
Yeah, I said I got Alyssa Thomas. I'm gonna start Alyssa, Kayla, and Kelsey, and that lineup will change based off of matchup, right? Because Alyssa's kind of small. I know she's gonna better get boards for me against most teams, but like certain teams where she's outmatched as far as size, then I'll swap out either Kelsey or Kayla for Stephanie Delson.
Okay. What you got? What you had, Tony?
I'll do this. Brooklyn half.
Say that again.
I'll do the same thing as Brooklyn.
Okay. All right. Be well. You went.
No, but I'm feeling the same. I think I think the decision is between Kelsey and Courtney. But because you got Alyssa who can facilitate, maybe you don't need Courtney as much. But if you don't have Alyssa, I think you got to pick Courtney over Kelsey because Courtney's just a better playmaker. Kelsey gonna turn the ball over. And then Kayla McBride, a lot of people think of her as just a shooter, but she actually plays pretty doggone good defense, and she got a bag. Kayla got a little bag on her. She just don't show it all the way.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going with. And Kate Martin.
And then also piggybacking off of what B. Will just said, the fact that you got Alyssa out there in your starting lineup, when she sits down, you're gonna really need a Courtney Williams off that bench. So,
yep, 100%. I think Kate Martin. I think this is a good opportunity for her to develop because Kate Martin is a dog, man. I love Kate Martin. She ain't, she's not gonna ever be like an all-star, but she's got dog in her. She's gonna give you what she's capable. She's gonna give you every bit of what she's capable of, and I think this league will give her opportunity to play more open. Because when she was at Iowa, she was more she played more like a big in that system.
She was like they stretch for.
Yeah, so like I think that, and so her adjusting to the W where she can't be that for. She's not. I know Becky wanted to clone Alicia Clark and Kate Martin. I don't know if she's gonna be that, but she might be. But yeah, I'm excited for her. And
one thing I like.
Lights out.
One thing I like about this team with Kate Martin is if she could learn from Kayla McBride and become that, learn that spot up shooter, and then also maybe even learn a little bit of Kelsey Mitchell's, learn something from her. I mean, Kelsey Mitchell, Kelsey Plum. If she could learn from those two players, I think it'll do a lot for her development.
Man, isn't she on the same team with Kelsey Plum?
She on the same team with Kelsey Plum.
She just don't got it, man. She just don't got it, man.
She and Plum on the same team. If she hasn't learned by now, she ain't
Yeah, but you gotta realize
that why she got drafted, Tony. We know why she got drafted.
But you gotta realize though that that was her rookie season.
Brooklyn, Kelsey and Kelsey Plum. She was supposed to be under Kelsey Plum. So
No,
I
but
don't
listen,
understand.
you gotta also remember that she's a rookie though. You gotta give rookies grace. So I understand what you're saying. She should have learned something during the season, but sometimes it takes you a season or two to figure it out. So I'm not gonna say that. Like this is another league. And like I said, Kayla McBride is somebody who I feel like she could learn more because Kelsey Plum
Yeah,
is more of a
McBride. Yeah,
Kelsey.
But again,
learning
but
from
again,
Kayla McBride and Courtney Williams, and getting maybe some pointers from Alicia. But I mean, Kelsey Plum, what Kelsey Plum hasn't told her already that she's gonna learn all of a sudden in Unrivaled.
Listen, maybe she will, maybe she won't. All I'm
yeah.
saying is Kelsey Plum and Kayla McBride
You
have
sound
two
like
different.
you sound like Brogar now.
Okay, let me finish my point. If that's okay.
Yeah, go
So what
ahead.
I'm saying is Kelsey Plum and Kayla McBride, they both scorers and they score two different ways. So that's why I mentioned them both because I feel like the person who Kate Martin can really mirror their game more is Kayla McBride, right? Spot up shooter, learn how to get a shot off. She can learn a lot from Kate. She already plays solid defense. She's a hustle player. So if she can add that part to it, that offensive is gonna make her better. The reason why I mentioned Kelsey Plum is because Kelsey Plum scores differently. Like she's more of a put the ball on the floor type player. So that's why I said maybe she can learn from her.
Yeah, you
Even
know, move
Courtney
without the
Williams, she
ball. Yeah.
exactly. So that's what I was really saying about Plum, and the same thing with Courtney. She can learn how to do more things with the ball. But Kayla is probably the person that she can learn the most from as far as
Yeah.
playing without the ball.
But don't sleep on Kayla though. Like I'm about to shock y'all. Don't let Kelsey get a lot of Washington College, reputation with her scoring. Her and Kayla average their career average is the same in the WNBA, 14. Their career average is the same. They both average 14 a game. Like, and Kayla is the number 2 scorer on the Connecticut Suns team. So Kayla gets a bucket. It's just how she gets it. That's why I agree with Brooklyn on that part. But she'll never score. Kate Martin, she'll never score like Kayla. Kayla actually has a bag.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, exactly. I'm
Yeah.
saying learn from these players to make your game better. I'm not saying be these players, right? Like you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
learn from
yeah.
them.
Yeah. Because Kayla can get easy shots without having the ball in her hands. Because like I think I forgot who it was yesterday. They were talking about Lainey Hamilton, how she's just always in the right spot when you need somebody to kick it out
That's
to.
pretty well.
That's
Yeah,
how Kayla McBride is. She's just always in the right spot.
yeah.
She
She
always in
high
the right
IQ.
corner.
IQ players. And then
Yeah,
also, that's the opposite of what I was saying yesterday about the Enriquez and the Juloys. These are low usage players who
yeah.
know how to be in the right spot, who's not going to demand, the ball, not demand so much of the offense, but able to score for you just by being in the right spot.
Yeah, I see what you're saying on that point. Yeah, I mean, I don't think Kate Martin is a bad player. I'm just saying, like, she's a serviceable player on a good team. Like,
She's a role player. She's a
yeah.
she's a role player off the bench. That's.
I got her having like a 4-year career.
Look, she's a great player.
I disagree with that. I feel like
That's not what I'm saying. You were talking about learning from Kelsey Plum. She and Kelsey are the same team.
same team.
They
Yeah, I
put
feel what
her
you're
under
saying.
Kelsey, right? So if she hasn't learned anything yet, I don't know how she's going to get that information in a couple of weeks.
No, so what I was saying about that, Tony, is let me use somebody like, and I hate to use him because I still don't think that he really developed like he was supposed to. But I'm gonna use him. I'm gonna use this player because it took him a long time to develop. So RJ, you a New Yorker, you like the Liberty, so I don't know if you pay attention to the Knicks, but
No,
RJ Barrett.
because they're a disappointment, just
Okay,
like
okay. Well, it was a player that they
and the
drafted
Mets
named.
and the Jets.
Okay,
The Giants.
is a player that they drafted named RJ Barrett, who all the Knicks fans every year thought he was gonna add something. They like, this is the year, this is the year, this is the year, and it just took him a while to finally figure it out. And he's starting to get better now, but it just took him a long time, especially with the players. He was a third pick, right, or the fourth. I forget what pick he was. I think it was a third pick if I'm not mistaken. But the other players that was in the draft with him, the 1 and the 2 pick, they was able to progress a little bit quicker. Zion, he keeps getting hurt or whatever the case may be. But John Morant, you see the growth in him. But when you was looking at RJ Barrett, he kind of wasn't progressing. So my point in saying that is, again, with rookies, sometimes some rookies get it right away. Some take a while. So you can't just take that one season as a example of a player's growth. You feel me? So even though they played on the same team, this might be more helpful, because sometimes you need the season to end for you to be like, okay, let me take a breath and let me get better, right? Sometimes it'd be so much happening and so much information coming at you in that season that it's hard for you to really focus on yourself and getting better, because you're just trying to do everything right. Now, once the season is over and you could take a break, one of the best things to do for basketball players is to get away from basketball, right? That helps your mind, that helps everything reset and say, okay, this is what I need to do. So listen, I'm not saying she's gonna get better. She may not, right? She may stay the same player, but I do think that this will help her, even though they play on the same team.
Yeah, I just think she'll learn more from McBride, Thompson, and Courtney Williams, because
right. I'm not mad at that. You probably right,
because you got three people from the Aces: Kelsey Plum, Martin, and Dawson.
Right. Now you probably
they know how each other play. I think she would learn more from McBride and Thomas.
I agree.
Because Thomas is a playmaker, and Courtney too is a playmaker.
Right, I agree with that.
But whatever else she gonna learn from Kelsey Plum, she got the whole next year season to learn it.
I don't think Kelsey Plum is somebody you can. The way Kelsey plays, Kelsey isn't somebody you can actually like just study their game and learn from, because of her type of play is like it's so erratic, inconsistent. It's like it's hard to really narrow down. Okay, this is the kind of moves Kelsey Plum does that I can kind of mimic, because the way her play style is like, it's so weird and like erratic a little bit. It's like really hard. So that's probably not the best person for Kay Martin to even look at, because the way she plays, she's like a microwave scorer, and when she's not scoring, it's horrible. But when she is scoring, it's all-star level, and it's like there's no in between with her.
As much as I don't like McBuckets, because I think y'all be overhyping her sometimes, but I think she could learn a lot from McBuckets and Courtney Williams and Alicia.
Yeah.
What you got against McBuckets? What you got against McBuckets, Tony?
Because they were talking so much about her during the championship, talking about what she gonna do and how she was gonna be the it factor for the team, and most of the time she wasn't the it factor. So I don't
for y'all who hasn't realized,
hate her. Let me get clear. I don't hate her. I just that the
for
way
everybody
her up.
For everybody who hasn't realized yet, Tony the champ is a Liberty fan.
Oh, of course.
Okay. You got the right to brag, Tony. You got the right to brag. It's your season.
That's why she the champ. That's why she the champ.
Hey, I love Chicago Sky first, and I love Liberty too. You know.
You got the right to brag. You got the right to brag. Yeah, because I'm an Aces fan. I used to be a Phoenix. I used to be a Phoenix Suns, Phoenix Mercury fan. But I'm an Aces fan, and
I love the Aces too. I love Aja. That's my girl.
See, I'm the only real one here because I'm a New Yorker, but I'm a Chicago Sky fan. That's it, man. Chicago Sky, man.
What do you mean you're a real one? Because
y'all up here, because y'all done. Oh, I'm a fan of the. I'm a fan of the Storm, and I'm a fan, and I'm a fan of the.
I've already said this already. I've declared this a long time ago. I said I am a Liberty fan, right? But I follow Angel Reese, right? And I am a Chicago Sky fan. I'm a big time Chicago.
Hey Tony, I'm just you listen. You're not on trial. I'm just joking with you. You're not on trial.
I know that, but I'm just making it clear for those who out there don't know.
Make it clear for him, Tony. Make it clear for him.
I'm just joking. Listen, I'm happy for the. I'm not a Liberty fan, but I'm happy for the Liberty. Right? I'm happy.
For them too.
Yeah, I'm happy for the Liberty to win championship.
It's been a long time. It ain't gonna be the last one either.
I love parody. I love parody. So
yeah,
It just makes the next season exciting when you already know
Yep.
who's gonna win. It kind of takes it away a little bit. I like parody.
Yeah.
I had fun watching all the teams last year. Honestly.
No, I didn't have fun watching all the teams. I can't say
What team you don't like, Tony? What team you don't like?
Washington and
Why you don't like Washington?
and the Fever. I just couldn't stand it.
I don't like Connecticut
What?
Why you don't like Connecticut?
because of what they did to Angel. That was
Oh,
they became a rival for me ever since
Did
that
all
game.
of them do it or just one
that
person?
was a welcome to thing, but you see,
Right, that was just one person.
It
that was
don't
one
matter.
person.
What I did, it was one person, but let me tell
Now,
y'all also what I didn't like. So in the press conference, and listen, they if I'm a Connecticut fan, maybe I felt like they did what they were supposed to do. But in the press conference, nobody said, yeah, that was a little too far, whatever. You know, Alyssa's our girl. We're gonna hold her down, but we ain't, that was
they're not
we,
going to do that.
that was a little too much. What they
They're not gonna
said
do that.
was,
They're not
listen,
going to do
hey,
that.
listen, I'm not mad at them for listen. That's cool that they're not gonna do it, but they gotta understand I don't like them now. But what they came out and said was, oh, I ain't see the play. I said. No, I said, oh, the coach said I don't see the play. The player said I said, okay, nobody looking at the court now. The coach supposed to see everything, but you ain't okay. So that made me just not like them, right? Because
Well, I
I'm
just
gonna
talk
keep it
about.
real. Listen, I'm a hold you down, keep it real person. If one of my friends or somebody do something wrong or whatever, I could keep it real and be like, yo, listen, this is not that's not who we are. Sometimes things happen. You got to understand that. Like in basketball and sports, football, whatever, sometimes things happen and you got to be like, you know what, that's not who we are. We're going to hold our player down. We understand that. Yeah. Like even when Draymond, right? When he was choking players out and stuff like that, right? You support Draymond, you don't throw him under the bus, but you could say like, all right, listen, we want to play the right way. You know what I mean? It's a way for you to say the right thing. You get what I'm saying without throwing your player under the bus. And I felt like they didn't do that. They didn't keep it real. They tried to hold Alyssa Thomas down, and I just didn't like their response. And ever since then, it was F them, and that's how it's up. It's up till it's stuck. As long as Angel Reese in the league, and as long as those players on that team, I don't like them.
I hear you. I hear you. Man.
I hear you.
I hear a lot of jealousy.
I mean, I'm from Brooklyn, man. I'm
You
cut
gotta,
different.
you gotta get that hate out your heart, man. You gotta get that hate
It's
out your
not
heart,
hate.
man.
It's not hate. I just don't like you. That's it.
You gotta get that hate out your heart, man. Look, she just got it right. She just roughed up a little bit. She sent the home.
Nah, that
She sent
was
the back home.
to me.
She knew that was going
To
to come.
me, I'm happy Angel. I'm happy that didn't phase Angel because that could have went the other way. That could have been a career ending. The way Angel fell, I don't know if y'all remember. It was a long time ago. And then it was 3. She knocked it down 3 times back to back, and then the last one was the worst. So it's like, I'm happy Angel's okay.
I think they got to do something about that though. The either the type of flooring that they because you realize that they hitting their head on concrete. I don't know what kind of flooring is they have in the league.
In the league, they have the bounce away hardwood.
Oh, so it's not affecting them that way because that's my big.
It don't look like it. It don't. Yeah, it ain't like what they look. The floor is still hard now, but it's they have like it's like a mesh tar underneath it. I forgot it, and it's like very rubbery. I remember when we used to have like events in our gym, and then they would come back and then put the hardwood floor. We used to kind of fill it a little bit before they put the hardwood down. It's like this rubbery tar stuff that's like underneath it. It's like a sheet, and it kind of gives you springs.
That was my biggest concern because I'd be seeing people hitting their head on the thing there. I'd be like, oh,
no, it's still hard though. The wood hard, but it got a recall to it though. You ain't just like when you fall on the ground at home, like and you just drop, like it got a recall to it sometimes. It's still hard though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It just got like a little
do they have like protection for these athletes, like how they do it for the NFL, like the concussion stuff? And
yeah, they got the same protocol.
Okay.
Yeah, they have the same protocol. And like a lot of bigs, like you don't see it underneath their jerseys, but they like those who like fall on their back or fall on their on a butt a lot, like they'll wear like the little pads. You don't see them though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that floor is still hard though. You hit your head on it, 80% of the time, you gonna be out. So, but it got
Yeah,
a
'cause I
recall
was
to it.
surprised that they kept her back in the game, and I was like, they don't do the concussion thing where they put them down for a minute, let them check them out.
Not,
Sure.
yeah, you gotta show signs.
Yeah, they didn't
If you
do
don't show
that.
no signs, they
They
ain't gonna
just
do
put
nothing.
her. They just put her right back in. I was like, oh dang.
Yeah, you got to show signs. Same thing with if you watch football games, like if they get hit hard, even though their head hit the ground, like if they just get right back up, go to the huddle or whatever like that, they're gonna act like nothing happened. But if they get up kind of woozy or stay down a little too long, that's when they'll come check on them.
I guess it's a dangerous game though.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's why I said they need to get paid. Then to me, it's just you ask them to take all this risk with their lives, and you're not paying them. It's just a slap in the face, year after year.
Yeah, look. I'm a proponent. Like I was saying earlier, like even like you think about baseball, whatever. Like a lot of fans, they don't really see what you do behind the scenes. Like even in college, like you don't just go play basketball. Like you got to put in like film study, like so many hours a week in film study, like 800 hours of film study, a month. Like you got to put in like so much work, like after practice. Like you got your practices, then we got immediate shoot arounds, then we got immediate film study, and then you have off works. Off works is like when you work out with your trainer after practice and stuff like that, and like you
Right.
got to put in so many hours with them, and all that's reported. All of that is reported, and like fans don't see that. Like they don't like, and so I'm like, I just paid overseas 3 years, so like I ain't even playing like the actual league, so I can imagine with like all the drills and up downs and stuff that they do. Like it's a lot that goes on that a lot of people don't see like behind the scenes. So like it is really like they should be getting paid like handsomely, because it ain't just about what you see on the TV. It's about the work they put in to like
Yeah, that's
be
my
on TV.
issue. Is I don't know what they do behind behind the scenes, but
Yeah.
it's just like, okay, now you making the league a little bit harder. Now you want them to play 7 games. You want them to play this amount of games now, but where's that money? They gotta get compensated somehow. You can't keep
Yeah.
asking them to do something over and over again, and because these ladies play hard.
Yeah. But a lot of that is on like the commissioner and stuff like that. That's their job, like not the player's job. That's their job
I
to
know,
find
but
ways to
like
increase the revenue.
she's a great businesswoman, but she needs to be fired, man. She's not a
Yeah.
people person.
Yeah, like that's their job. Like it ain't like when the NBA was struggling and Magic Johnson and Larry Bird came in. Yes, they were great players, and it was like this little rivalry thing they had from college, and being black and white. But the commissioner stepped in and made it bigger than what it was for the fans to enjoy it a little more. So that's why I say like the players can be as great as they want to be, the league can be as competitive as it want to be, but if the people who are in charge of marketing and branding these teams and these players to major media outlets, if they can't do their job correctly, then it'll never actually grow. No matter how many fans watch it, they have to get to the big dollars with their marketing budgets and things like that.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, at the end of the day, they gotta pay them. To me, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I didn't even know that the men's side, their viewership is going down.
Yeah. Well, it's been going down for a few years. Like I think the last like 6-7 years, after that Brian Curry last championship, the viewership's been going down. And I think that has to do more with same thing, marketing, like the younger players. So a lot of fans know who they really are, showing more of their games on TV. So like a lot of it has to do with like just what fans see. Fans gonna support what they see.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Like a lot of people don't even know a lot of the WNBA players because nobody markets them, nobody puts them on TV. You don't see no billboards. You don't. I mean, I ain't even talking about the merchandise because the merchandise, your name sells it more than like how you're branded. But I'm just talking
Right.
about being visible.
Well, that's true because most of the players I didn't even know about until I knew most of the aces, because that's who I was following. Beside Liberty, um, I can tell you who was on Liberty. I could tell you who was on the Aces, but as for any other team, I was not really following them like that because it's not like they were marketing themselves to the point where, oh well, okay, I know who this is. I know who that is.
Yeah. And I mean, you got social media now where you got, your Facebooks, your Instagram, they can have their own podcast on YouTube, but that only gets you so far,
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know. And then that takes a lot of time, effort, consistency, and a lot of them don't have that, especially during the season. They don't have that time to be just consistent. A lot of them don't even run their own social medias. They got marketing managers that do that.
Then you fire them then because they ain't doing a great job.
Again, but it can only the Instagram stuff and all that can only take you so far. So I see Gamble was talking about like the streaming platforms, like that definitely has helped expand their brand. You think about their games being played on like Amazon and HBOs and stuff like that, and on their
Yeah,
live
more streaming
platforms and stuff.
companies
So
that you
yeah,
put it on, the better it is for them, and especially overseas.
yeah, yeah. But I'm at my 3.5 hour mark. I said 2.5, but B will talk me in 3.5. So
Don't blame
I
me.
gave y'all an extra hour. You know,
Don't blame me.
I gave y'all extra hour because him and Brooklyn was going at it about Cape Mark. I mean Big G. So
All right, y'all. I'ma holler.
all
Good
right, man.
talk.
Any
Good
last any
panel as
last words,
usual.
Brooklyn, before you head out?
Man, listen, man, another great show in the books. I appreciate,
Yes,
always
sir.
appreciate
Yes,
the panel.
sir.
I always appreciate Tony. Appreciate B Will. You know what I mean. Appreciate the chat. Appreciate these opportunities just to talk basketball. You know what I mean.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Any last words, B Will?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I appreciate Brooklyn and Miss Tony keeping it civil tonight.
Now
Or they be
Brooklyn, my
going
boy,
at
Oh,
it?
yeah,
man.
Miss Tony be
Brooklyn,
trying to
my
fight
boy.
me, right?
Yeah, Brooklyn, my boy.
Yeah, y'all when y'all be going back and forth, it's hilarious because I know it's all love.
It's all love, man.
Yeah, always.
But yeah,
Oh,
appreciate
man.
the panel and the discussion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, man. Miss Tony, any last words?
I'm just appreciative of you allowing me to come up here and give my little 2 cents. Um, and as usual, I love your slides. I was telling Brooklyn, boy, I admire how you do your stuff. You're really professional about it. So I appreciate that. And thank you.
Look, I appreciate the compliment. That just makes me when I'm doing them be like, people really appreciate them versus like just doing them and not really knowing. So hearing
Yeah,
people say they appreciate my slides because it takes a little time. You got to get all the blanks right. You got to get all the screenshots right. So it takes time to like put those together. So
I'm a tech myself, so when I see a good slide, I love.
oh no, that's a compliment then. That's a
Yeah,
compliment then. I'm still learning a little bit, because I'm really just getting on YouTube with like the slides and stuff. But I've watched videos and kind of learned like little tidbits in here and there of how to like put them together. So
I got you. I got you. But
yeah,
thank you again. I really appreciate it. Grateful. Be
no
blessed.
problem. You're welcome back anytime, anytime,
Thank
anytime.
you. Be blessed.
All right. Again, appreciate everybody for tuning in. Appreciate Miss Tony, Brooklyn, and my brother B Will as always, man. We'll be back tomorrow. I'm gonna wake up in the morning and figure out what thumbnail I'm creating. I got like two other topics I won't get to this week. Again, remember next week is my episode 2. Sanaya Citron. Episode 2 next Tuesday, same time at 3:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. But I do want to do at least 2 more live streams. This week. Remember, well, actually 3 because I have the USC Notre Dame game on Saturday. So make sure y'all pull up for that one.
Saturday is my birthday.
Man, nobody care about all that, man. Happy birthday,
Everybody,
man.
Happy
everybody care
birthday.
about that.
Happy birthday.
Blessed birthday,
Thank you,
man.
thank you. Y'all
Hey,
gonna see
look,
me.
go,
Y'all,
Happy birthday, brother.
hey, look,
thank you, thank you.
go sit on that brownstone and Bed-Stuy and drink that whiskey, man.
Y'all gonna see me before Saturday though. You might see me on
Oh, man.
Saturday. So we'll
Yeah,
see.
I'm live streaming the game. I think come on at 2:30 my time. So
Gotcha. I'll be working, too.
yeah,
So I do
yeah.
OT. So I'll probably be working on my birthday, get some money. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
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 the best thing to do.
that's,
Yep.
hey, you can't celebrate a birthday without money. So get that money.
That's a
Yep.
fact.
Get that
But
money.
I will be celebrating after work though.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Look, send me your cash app. I'm gonna throw you something. Send me your cash app
Gotcha.
on Instagram.
It's 80s baby. Just $ 80s baby.
$80s, baby. All right.
Hey, Brooklyn podcast gonna start, man.
Mine's probably like next week. I'm gonna purchase some stuff this weekend. So once it come, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
That's
so
what's up.
probably sometime early next week, hopefully, maybe even this weekend. You never know. Depends on how quickly Amazon work with me.
All
Amazon
right.
be having them
Looking forward,
overnights.
looking forward to
Am-
it.
Amazon been doing good. My girl bought me some stuff, so she was like, it's not gonna come to like late November. It came like the next day. I'm walking up to my door. I see a big ass box at my door. I'm like, yo, it's here already.
Hey, Amazon be clutch.
I
But
bought
you
a I
know how
bought a
they do
desk.
it though, right? You know how they do
Yeah.
it though. Like it don't really most of the time your stuff don't really be at factories. Like they got like big trucks that just drive around with packages on them. And when you order something, every now and then they stop at warehouses and they scan it. And that's how it gets to you so fast. That's why it be like, that's why you can order something that morning and still get it that same day because they probably got a
Yeah.
truck in that like vicinity.
Got you. Yeah,
Yeah.
she bought me my gaming chair, it's a gaming chair, but I'm gonna use it for podcasting. And then she bought me my desk for I gotta attach the lightings and everything to it. So she bought me that, and it told her the date was supposed to be like another 2 or 3 weeks before it's supposed to arrive, and it came the next like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, one of them trucks was near you and they didn't know. That's what it was.
Hey, listen, man. Yeah, God is good.
That was a blessing, man. That was a blessing. But again, man, appreciate it. 3.5 hour stream. Appreciate Brooklyn, B. Will, Miss Tony for pulling up as always. Again, I owe y'all at least 2 more this week. I told y'all I was gonna be consistent, and here I am, man. I done put in just this week alone. I done put in like 12 hours of streaming just this
Listen,
week.
man.
So
Hey, Zoe, first of all, I want to congratulate you for the work ethic. And I'm going to let you know next week you're going to have some competition, man, because I'm going to be one of the hardest working. We're going to be here
look,
together. We're going to be doing this thing together.
Ain't no competition in YouTube streets. Look,
No.
look.
I don't mean I mean good competition.
Yeah. Look,
I'm
and
going to be out
we
here
pulling up.
I'm going to be in these streets with you.
Y'all, I'll give it up to y'all to do the podcast. I can't do it. I'm sorry. Because
Look, it's a lot of consistency and work behind the scenes.
it's not even the work. The work I can do. It's the feedback and the people, because some of these people come with some crazy stuff, especially them Caitlin Clark fans, and my mouth
You
don't
just
have
gotta
most of the time. So
You just got to know how to be a troll back. If you got a little bit of troll in you, that's all it is.
Yeah.
like
Look,
I
and
told you,
then Tony,
don't
once
have
you get those
filter.
mods in the chat, they're gonna eliminate a lot of them anyway.
Yeah.
Once your platform gets to a point where you start putting your mods in the chat, they're gonna get rid of a lot of them anyway.
Well, see, I'm not a sports person, so I'm not going to be doing no podcast about sports. So it wouldn't,
Oh, you wouldn't get a lot of them anyway.
No.
Yeah.
Not
But
everybody
again,
can
man,
do it.
appreciate it, man. For the wifey come kick the door down. Appreciate it, everybody. I'm gonna try to be back tomorrow. I got like 2 more big topics I want to talk about this week, so I'm gonna try to be back tomorrow. If not, I'll probably be on a 3-day streak of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So, but I got 2 topics I want to get to the rest of this week, as well as live streaming the Notre Dame versus USC game, Olivia Miles versus Juju. I'm excited for that one because I know I had my episode 1 this week, so I'm excited to talk about her in live action of
Don't forget about
things that
Hannah.
she can bring to the league.
Don't forget
What
about
happened?
Hidalgo, Hannah Hidalgo. She in that game too.
Look, but she ain't coming out though. But so,
Neither is Juju.
but I'm not doing it for Juju. I'm doing it for Olivia Miles.
Okay. My bad. I got you.
They
So if
said
that's the case, you doing it for Olivia Miles and Sonya
And
Citron.
Citron, yeah, and Citron
Yeah.
too. So
they
yeah,
said
Hey,
Fun
listen,
comes back.
and Maddie Westbell coming out too. So all three of them.
yeah. Look, and and Kiki on there. You know what I'm saying? You
And
just
Kiki,
never
there you
know.
go. So
You just never
it's a
know.
lot of
You
people in
just
this drive.
look. She could fit it. She could fit that Izzy role. You just never know.
See, a lot of people, if they watch that game and if it's as good as advertised, a lot of people gonna be fans of a lot of players because Maddie Westbell get busy, Sonya
Yeah,
Citron get
Maddie nice
busy,
too.
Olivia gets busy, and Kiki gets busy. So a lot of people gonna walk away like, oh, of course Hannah Hidalgo too, but she's not coming out. But a lot of people gonna be like, oh, okay, I didn't know. I think the girl, if I'm not mistaken, the girl on USC, Ola, I forget, she got a weird last name. I think she's a senior too, if I'm not mistaken. The girl that transferred with Kiki.
Yeah, no, she a junior.
Oh, she's a junior. Okay.
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah, she a junior. She got that weird last name. Yeah, she a
Yeah.
junior. Yeah, Kiki was there before her. She a junior. But
No,
Maddie.
they came in the portal together. They came in the transfer portal together.
Yeah, but no, I'm talking about their previous spot. Maddie was she was
Oh,
there
okay.
before.
Yeah, she was in
Kiki was there before.
Oregon, her previous spot.
Yeah. Uh Speaking of Maddie, I didn't want to talk about my tent picks, but Maddie is part of my tent pick list. So shout out to Maddie, man.
Okay.
Maddie is gonna be one of my episodes for my tent pick. So shout out to Maddie, man. Maddie could come in and have immediate impact. Shout out to Maddie. But again, man, appreciate y'all for pulling up. Again, I'm gonna see y'all later this week. Probably tomorrow. It depends on how my day looks. It'll probably be tomorrow because my wife got to do something tomorrow, so she won't be home. So I ain't gonna have nothing to do. So it'll probably be tomorrow. I probably got free time tomorrow because I think we're going somewhere Friday. We're going to some church thing. So I'll probably see y'all tomorrow, man. But again, appreciate it. All y'all have a blessed night. Appreciate y'all for coming on the panel and
really quick,
supporters and subscribers. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you go.
She is a
participate in my
senior, bro.
contest.
I just looked it up. She a senior.
She a senior?
Yeah.
Let me see. She
I just
coming
looked
out?
it up. Yeah.
You got info if she coming out?
Oh, I'm assuming she is. She a senior. I don't know if she.
I mean, some of them got that red shirt.
Yeah, I don't think she do.
I'm gonna see.
Most people.
I'm gonna check out this weekend though. Already, I'm gonna check out though.
Yeah, most people coming out now don't have the red shirt yet because it's after COVID. But if they have a year, it might be an injury year, right? So like Olivia has another year because she was hurt.
I'm gonna check out though.
Is she on the mock draft?
Probably not.
I didn't see her on there.
She's probably gonna be. She's probably gonna be a lower pick. Yeah, she's probably gonna be a lower pick. That's why she's probably gonna be in the third round or some shit like that.
Yeah, she's pretty decent, and I ain't heard nobody talk about her, so I didn't think she was coming out.
What's her name, Brooklyn?
This is weird. Hold on, let me look at it and try to sound it. Hold on.
They say Fudd coming off of injury, so she should be back.
Yes, she's supposed to be playing tonight.
Talia Von Olafin. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, it's like Hoffman. It's
Taylor,
like Hoffman.
Yeah, Taylor Von Olafin or something like that. She's supposed to be a solid shooter. Not like a lights out, not crazy, but a good shooter.
Yeah. She again. She decent. She's serviceable.
Yeah, that's why I said she'd probably be a third round pick. But she's also, I was saying, like out of the players in this game, this one game, you probably got about 5 to 6 players that's gonna be in the draft.
Yeah, she decent. She's serviceable, and she like 5'11", so
yeah,
little side.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know this don't count for nothing, but she's an Angel Reese supporter. She was in the All-Star game. She did a little live when she left and was like talking about Angel Reese double and stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, this year she ain't been playing that good, but I mean, for her career,
It's a,
she a double digit scorer for her
it's
career.
a, it's a, it's a. The season's still early though, so we'll see.
Yeah, that's why I'm telling people that's listening to this, in the chat and stuff like that. Like, she averaging like 5 points this year, but like she a double digit scorer.
Yeah.
That's why I was
All right.
like, I didn't think she was coming out because nobody was talking about her.
Yeah, I'm always tuned in though.
Oh, she is coming out. She a 5th-year senior.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah, I knew she had a redshirt year though, because this
Yeah.
2024, she had to have a redshirt year. This class right here is the last year for the COVID.
Okay.
Yeah, this is the last COVID year.
Got you. I knew the 2020 people had it. I didn't think the 2021
Yeah.
people had it.
Because remember, the way the season was when COVID happened, it was at the beginning of the year and the season was still going on. So they credited to the next year players that came in too.
Oh,
So
see that I didn't know.
19
Okay.
in that 20 class. She was part of that 20 class.
I got you.
Yeah.
See, I thought she was 2021.
Nah, she was 20. She was 2021. Like she was 2021. She was part of the 20 class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. Because her first year was 2021. So she been at Oregon since 2020. Because she was basically a senior last year. But because on
There
her
you go. You got 5 players in that game that's coming out.
Because on her report, she a freshman for 2 years. Because she got that red shirt that COVID year, and she averaged 11 points that year. It came back and averaged 13, both freshman seasons, and both of them was her freshman seasons.
That's funny.
Yeah. But yeah, man, appreciate y'all, man. About to go shower, call it a night. I'll probably be back tomorrow because I got free time. But again, appreciate everybody coming on the panel. Other than that, I'll see y'all tomorrow, man. Y'all be cool and y'all.